Hello everyone, and welcome to Tabletop Tuesday here on Clockwork SJ's channel. How are my lovely players doing?
Fantastic.
Good, thanks.
All good.
Not too bad.
I mean, could be better judging by the message that Phil just sent me, but we'll ignore that.
Yeah. I was concerned about your safety and your well-being.
Of course, yeah.
I can only imagine how he's worded those messages.
It was the undertone. It was the undertone underneath the words, "Oi, dickhead."
So yeah, hey, we are potentially. I mean, this may well be the last trip into the Lost Mine of Phandelver that we do, which is a bit crazy, yo.
I would be worried if we're here for more than a session, or not dead if we're still here at the end of a session.
Dead is a possibility always.
We could all play Matt Mercer's new Lingering Spirit class. It will be fine.
Yeah.
Can we all? I mean,
everyone goes.
We're all just kind of walking around. Yeah, I think it needs someone to live, or it all goes horribly wrong because we're possessing things and not going anywhere.
Everybody's just attached to him, saying, "Hey Toby, do stuff."
I will go sit in the mushroom field the second that happens.
It is time. It is time to just not do things anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So, quick recap of last week. The party managed to pretty much wipe the Wave Echo Cave. The party managed to defeat the Black Spider. They even managed to, and he's still alive. They have tied him up and left him with Gundren's brother.
It depends on how honest that dwarf is.
Yeah, it's how well he's tied up for one, and how well Gundren's brother can keep his temper. Nundro.
Yeah. Sorry, he slipped on my knife across his throat repeatedly.
He ran into my knife.
I'm fully prepared to hear when we go back.
He ran into my knife 10 times.
Yeah.
The party then, basically realised that they hadn't found this spell forge yet. Caliban had done a quiet prayer to the god of mining, actually, the literal dwarven god of mining statue, who then proceeded to give him some very vague information about where the spell forge might be. Which Caliban told everyone else, "Oh, yep, know exactly where it is, guys," and then proceeded
he sold it as very
into the wrong room, and then walked into what is essentially a dead end. It was actually perfect. It was so good. The party then found the Spellforge and came face to face with a Spectator, which is a lower level version of a Beholder. That could have been a really dangerous fight. However, the party did manage to essentially blind the creature, which is a big deal because it meant that the Spectator felt it could no longer do its duties in this plane and left. So it was a very interesting way to defeat them. And yeah, not what I was expecting, if I'm honest, but it worked well. The party then, feeling pretty confident with themselves, like, we might as well check out this building here. Walked into a room where there is a lovely blast radius in the center of the room, and a Wraith rose up out of the floor. The very last thing that the party heard before we ended last week was the Wraith turning to them and saying, "Your presence offends me. Your life is now forfeit. My treasures are mine alone, and not yours to plunder." That's where we'll jump back into it, with Caliban basically almost face to face with this Wraith.
Well, this is awkward, guys.
Oh, but you've been leading us so well. Why don't you just continue?
Come and meet my new friend.
No, I can see him from the door.
It's alright, we can see him from here.
Actually, your choice friends. Yes.
Making friends of... So, what's your name, friend?
It kind of cocks its head to one side. I am Mormesk. Who are you to ask my name?
I mean, you've already answered, so it's too late now, isn't it?
That's the Wraith.
I don't tell strangers my name. That's part of my plan.
It's a good plan, Caliban.
Oh, shite. My name is not... I'm Caliban.
So, Caliban is your name. It seems that your plans are not shared by all.
No, it's because I'm the brains of the operation. These guys are just muscle.
I see. Bodyguards, then?
Sure, these are my esteemed bodyguards.
Coming from the dwarf, heavily armoured, the three people in cloth robes and silk shirts. Yes, we're no.
What do you seek? Its eyes narrow slightly.
So I missed what it said.
What is it that
What do
you
we seek?
seek?
Oh, well, I mean, what we did seek we found. So this was just curiosity, to be honest. We are coming here for the Spellforge.
Oh, it is guarded by that horrific creature.
And I vaporized him with the power of my mind. Battle of the wits, one might say.
A battle of wits with a spectator.
Yep.
Caliban, can you at least stop eating while you're talking to this creature?
Caliban just like shoving bits of
Surely.
trail rations in his mouth.
These dry meats are really nice.
It's neither the time or the place.
Is there a point to your chatter?
Well, the point is to make sure there's nothing lurking around here that might be dangerous.
So, Mormesk, you said it was guarded by... What did you call it?
A spectator.
And your concern is that if... Are you also trying to get to the Spellforge?
I helped create it.
Right. And presumably guard it from all intruders.
That was to be my plan, but I was not the one to summon the creature, and it does not see me as fit any longer.
Ah, so you're free to move around, but you're kept out of that by the horrific creature.
It is an issue for me. I created a number of creatures to aid me, but they are not powerful enough to kill it.
Right. Yeah, it's very good that they're protecting it. Oh, I can't even. It's unfortunate, and I'm going to start stepping into the room and see if he reacts.
There's a low hissing from the back of his throat, but other than that,
Okay.
it's mostly watching the two of you.
No. So I might understand that if we were to remove that creature, you would have access to the Spellforge.
I would assume so. Nothing thus far is holding me back aside from him.
So perhaps we can some arrangement.
What is it you want?
I am literally stood right up in his grill, so let's see what happens. See, there are a number of concerns I have around the fact that you clearly aren't in control of the Spellforge. That creature is guarding it from all comers, including yourself. And that if perchance a bunch of morons were supposed to go in and slay it, that means that you could have access to it, and I'm going to hit it twice with my rapier.
Okay, and on that point, we're going to basically have it so that Tobias gets his round, and then we're going to roll initiatives, because I don't see that this being friendly any longer.
No.
But yeah, Tobias, you can get.
So, as it's the surprise round, I'm not getting the... So my two attacks are a 17 and a 23, with my +1 rapier.
A 17 and a 23.
Yep. With the
Yeah,
+1 magic
those
rapier.
will both hit.
Okay.
Anna, you dual wielding the mace now as well, right?
No, I'm not, because I'm not attuned to it.
Yeah, it
Still
needs
get
more
a
time.
+1 bonus.
Oh yeah,
Can
it's
I
still...
still get the +1 bonus, or do I have to attune to it to even do that?
Do you know what? I'm going to say you can get the +1 bonus straight away, as it's just as that would be like a magical item. But I'll say you need to attune to get all of the additional effects.
Undead
Okay.
damage stuff.
So that is 22 points of damage with that. With the sword. In which case, sorry, I do need to check because I didn't actually. So it was a mace +1, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
+1 mace, yeah. +1 lightning.
Yeah. I just need to work out what the macro with that would be.
For anyone doing any attacks on this creature, by the way, can you let me know what kind of damage you're doing? It's important.
So yeah, that was both piercing, but it's magic.
Okay, yep, that's fine.
And I'm trying to find something that has got a +2 modifier on my sheet. And then with the mace, 20,
20 will hit.
which is on my offhand.
Yep.
And again, it's a +1. What does a mace do?
I'm going to assume it's 1d8. And I've got...
No, it's a 1d6.
Alright, we know. Wrecked.
Yeah, it is magic. Hang on. So, right, so it's a 1d... Hang on, sorry. Oh Christ, that is taken into consideration, my modifier. 5 points of damage. Because the gauntlets aren't engineered, it's a strength-based weapon, so my -2 is reduced to a -1 because of magic.
Okay, so total amount of damage?
Total amount of damage was 27 points, all of it magical.
That's a good amount of damage. It lets out a horrific hiss. The hits that you are dealing are definitely doing damage to it. It does not seem very happy. It
Well, neither
growls.
am I, but I don't want access to the bloody forge when we walk out of here.
And... yeah. Could everyone roll me initiatives, please?
Indeed.
Oh my god.
Oops. I don't know what I did there. There we go. And I'm going to zoom out this map a little bit so people at home can see why Cody went, oh my god.
I never get that.
Oh, what the shit?
Oh, nice.
I've just noticed. God.
Awkward. Oh well.
He created things. That
yeah,
makes sense.
all of the undead you've basically been fighting this entire time, anything undead he has had control of. And as you cause damage to it, literally a bunch of the bodies that are there lying around kind of sit up, pull themselves to their feet, and yeah. I mean, to be honest, Caliban and Tobias, you're not going to know that
No.
from where you are, but most of them are relatively behind where the wonderful Mauron and Mia are. In fact, both of you.
Yay.
Mauron, what's your 18 that you've not actually rolled anything? You've just written 18.
Oh no, he rolled a 18 while Toby was doing his damage.
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
When you
okay.
first said you'd have us roll while Toby was still doing shit, so my bad.
No,
Yeah,
that's
there is an
fine.
18 right at the top.
Thank you for putting that in there. I was just like, has he just decided he's not rolling now? He's just gonna.
Yeah, it's now.
I
how
have
this
decided.
works.
Dean, don't worry about it.
I would like this number.
20, 20, 20, 20.
Okay, so that's yours in that order. Mormesk, what are you rolling, buddy? Oh, +3 is not bad.
Thanks.
So he's got a 13, so he's just going before Caliban. Mormesk. And we'll find out when his friends are going. Oh, why do you have to be on different pages? +2. It's nice not having to actually look everything up, though. These are things actually from... No, wait, that's not what I want to do. Oh, 17. Oh, that's just before Mormesk. Okay. Tobias, unsurprisingly, you are going first.
Right, so we've agreed that the bonus is the first round, whether it's the surprise or not. So, main hand is... no, 50.
Shit.
Offhand with the mace, 19. Oh no, sorry, 17. I hit the wrong button.
Those will both hit.
So with the +1 rapier, that is 22 points of damage.
Ooh. Yep.
Jesus.
And with the mace, it's a further 3. So hang
Okay.
on, that's before. So that was 25 this one. What did I do before?
D4.
You did 27 in your whole round.
27.
27.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then 22 was that?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh no, 25 in total, isn't it? Yeah.
Okay.
So 52 points of damage in technically my first round.
That is true. That is very true.
Strong.
Jesus. It's a good start. Okay. Wow. Mia, you're up. Can you roll me a perception before you do anything, please?
Sure. Why not? What is my perception? I'm not very perceptive. Nope.
Okay, Mia, you do not
Yeah.
notice the ghouls kind of rising out of the ground and kind of starting to creep towards you.
Frack. Oh well. Well, I may as well do the thing.
The thing.
Do the thing. Seeing as how that bit of wall is there, I'm going to step to the other side of Malon and firebolt the creepy ghosty thing.
Yay, creepy ghosty thing. Yes, by all means, please, creepy ghosty thing.
Creepy ghosty thing. 17 did it?
That hits. That definitely hits, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
You
awesome.
got this.
For 17
Wow.
points of damage.
Fuck.
Boom!
That is a good. That's
52, 62, 69, jeez.
Yeah, and obviously that is fire damage.
that is fire damage. That is important. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Okay. Cool. Would you like to do anything else? Would you like to do anything else, Mira? Is that your turn done?
Nope, seeing as how I didn't see the ghouls behind me, yeah, I'm dead.
Okay. Okay, I'll do the thing.
I totally wasn't measuring up a fireball, but never mind. But things that I can't see.
Fireball is very useful on mobs. That is true. Okay. Mia's gone. Malron, your go.
Do I get to roll a perception?
Yeah, buddy. By all means. You can not only see the two to the south of you, but you can hear more creeping in towards you from behind. So you are aware that not only are there the two down here, but there are more coming.
No, there isn't.
Don't worry, there's nothing behind us.
I mean, it's like everything's fine. Why do you look worried? What's going on, buddy?
Hey,
Say
buddy.
to Mia. Watch out behind you, and probably going to take my action to drag her with me, isn't it?
If she doesn't resist, I'll say you just drag her with you. I'll say no. Actually, I'll tell you what. You can grab her, you can move her, but you'll move at half movement.
That's 15 feet. So, there.
Okay, Mia, do you resist, or are you okay to go with?
I'm happy to go with.
Okay, then move yourself 15 feet in his direction.
Eldritch Blast, these two. One for each one.
Just pulls Mia across and then just like throws fireballs past her face.
You're like, whoa, what
How
the
does
hell?
that do? 23 and 17.
23 and 17 will both hit.
Damage. 9 on the bottom one and 13 on the top one. 10 feet.
9 on the bottom. And how much on the top? 13 on the top.
That's force. Oh no, it only matters on the ghost. Don't worry.
Ah, why aren't you letting me click you, you horrible weird thing? Okay, there we go. Okay. Yeah, that is weird.
Wrong way! Oh god, wrong way!
Oh yeah, you knock. They go back how much? 10 feet?
Yeah.
Is it 10 feet they go back, Malron?
Yeah, 10 feet each. Sorry, I forgot I have to say things in sentences.
There we go. Straight line from where you are. They've gone back 10 feet. Well, it could be more about there. Okay. Okie dokie. Anything else, Malron?
That's me.
Cool. In that case, it is the ghouls' turn. Oh, would you look at that?
I tried.
I'm gonna get a bit, aren't I? Just remember, I'm wreathed in flames too.
That is true. These, however, are
She's on
rather
fire,
stupid.
literally.
These are legit stupid, and are going to try and hit you anyway. So it's +4 to the first one, +2 to the second one. Okay. That one and that one.
Yeah, they both hit.
Okie dokie.
But it takes 1d4 fire damage.
Okie dokie. Give me a second. I will roll the oh, the damages are the same. For the first one, slashing and piercing, respectively. So 5 damage and then 7 damage, and then he takes what? Sorry.
1d4 fire.
And he takes 3 as he attacks you, and you are literally burning him.
Yeah. Take that, bitch.
Yeah, bitch. Oh, what am I doing? There we go. Yep, you can get there too.
Oh, for God's sake.
Second verse, same as the first. 1 slash, 1 bite.
First one hits, second one misses. And it also takes 1d4 fire damage.
It does 6 points of damage to you. Oops, no, ignore that. Ignore the 7 bit. It does 6 points of damage to you, and it takes 4 damage. And as it slashes at you, it manages to cut into you, and the flames that catches it on fire are enough to burn it away. These things are not. These things are not bulky. And you're going to get as close as you can. You're going to run up alongside the dead body of your buddy. You
Close to your buddy.
Here. Hey, buddy. I'm going to get to here. 6, you get to there. You get to here. You're going to come over around this way. Okie dokie. Mormesk's turn. Mormesk can do some fun stuff. What are we going to do? Oh, okay. Oh, that's not too bad. Okay, Tobias, Mormesk is going to try and attack you.
Okay.
Now, I know it's not very likely to hit because, you know, I know your thing.
He doesn't know I'm a flanky.
He doesn't, though. 22.
Awkward. That's awkward.
Can you also roll me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Oh dear. Okay. Oh, I get something for that. Hang on.
And
Oh no, hang on. I don't as such. It's taking it sweet ass time. Wow, that's shit.
that is unfortunately not enough. So, basically, when I roll the damage taken,
Double it.
no, your hit point maximum drops by the same amount
Oh, okay.
up until your next
That's until a long rest,
long
isn't
rest. Yep. As you take 3d8 plus 3 necrotic damage. So you take 23 damage and your max drops by
Okay.
23 until asleep. And that's
it? Okay. fair enough.
Mormesk's turn. Caliban, up to you, buddy.
Let's go. Right. I'll smash this guy in the face.
25 will hit.
A 24.
24 will hit.
58 points of damage. So I used 2 divine strikes.
That's
Of level 2.
fucking
So
hell,
that's
yeah.
over 100 points taken.
That's a good amount of damage. I mean, are both your weapons magical?
My weapon is magical and silvered.
Fuck. Okay. 51. No, not 51. 58. Oh shit. You basically, his form is now kind of blinking in and out of existence. He's looking very, very broken. But he is not yet dead. Tobias, however, it is now your turn, Tobias.
Hang on, I'm trying to work out what my hit points are. I'll do that in a second. Right, I was going to go help other people, but I really don't like this guy anymore. So, 19 on the main weapon.
19 hits.
20 on the offhand.
20 also hits.
So, 7 on the first.
He takes that.
7 points of magic damage.
Yep.
Sorry. A total of 12 for weapon damage.
Would you like to do anything specifically dramatic to kill this guy?
Not really, because I have almost fallen to one knee and I'm staggering as if I've just had the absolute life drained out of me.
Essentially, the skill was called life drain. So
those last 2 hits have almost been like the flailing of a small kitten towards him, and I wasn't expecting that.
So as Mormesk is kind of looming over him, draining the life out of Tobias, Tobias lets out what appears to be relatively weak attacks. However, both of them hit home very well, and Mormesk lets out a horrific shriek as he fades from existence. So, Tobias, well done. We are not yet done, though, so Mia, will pass to you when you've now spotted the ghouls, surprisingly.
Oh.
As they're chomping on your leg.
Right.
I feel a firewall coming in.
Ah, shit, that'll get me.
You can technically move 1 square back to the side because you'll still be in melee range, right? If you move back.
What there?
So if I move there.
Yeah. You haven't left its
melee range. So
Yep, you're still within its
Thank
threatened
you very
range,
much.
so you're not. Yeah.
So in that case, since I
can see a 20-degree arc being shown on the map right now. No reason. We just like these 20 feet circumference things.
Yeah. Yeah, sadly I won't get this dude, but I would like to convert my 5 sorcery points into a 3rd level spell, please.
By all means, which 3rd level spell would you like to cast?
Well, I only know 1. So, centered on this point here, that I cannot get anymore. There we go, that one there. So
Yep.
I'm after range. I would like to cast 5.
Hang on, what there?
Wait, what?
It's just I'm seeing Maron's alternative. If I put it here, you're safe and you get all of them.
If you get here, you get every single one of them in one go. Sorry,
And
I shouldn't have been measuring that.
Yeah.
And not yourself. Sorry, yeah.
Ah.
I do.
Oh yeah, I am out of range. Excellent. I would like to change my mind.
I'm going to allow it
So
this
essentially-
once. However, in the future, if this happens, I will call metagame bullshit, and I won't allow that to happen.
Well,
but yes,
Let's just assume Malron's going aim at that one.
go there, go there, go there. Yeah, that's fine. Go for it.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, even if I did get all of these, Maron probably would have gotten the last one.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Hey, Mia was aiming over here, and Maron just like gently nudges her hand a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's
Just, like,
absolutely
go
fine.
To the right. So yeah. Focus on that.
Oh, you just suddenly went very
Wow.
robotic.
I'm going to.
Oh, I even re-rolled the
That
one for you.
re-rolling one is quite nice.
Yeah, it's useful though. 26 points of
'Cause
damage.
I did that funky thing.
Dexterity save.
Hey.
They make a
Yeah,
dexterity
they-
save.
they
Let's
have
see
to
how
make
they
a dex
do.
save.
Because, unsurprisingly, ghouls aren't massively good at this. Not too bad, considering they're corpses. 18 to save.
They pass it.
Okie dokie. In that case, the one closest to you dies. Everyone else takes 13 points of damage and are all still standing, but are very much on fire.
I kind of looked at Mara and was like, well, that didn't work. Help.
Is it my turn?
It is your turn. I'm still taking points off of them. There we go. Yeah.
All right, since you let me have this, I'll use it right now. I will use 5 charges. No, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 charges of the magic missile wand to fire 1 missile at each one of these enemies.
Yep, there's 5 left. Yep, that's fair.
Oh yeah, because it's 1 charge is 3 missiles plus another one for another missile each. Yeah.
Yeah. So essentially, all of those plus 1. The first enemy takes 2. The second one takes 4, 4, 3, 2, etc.
How do you want to, like, which order do you want them going in?
Any order, really. I don't mind. They're all on about the same health, so you kill whatever you want.
They're all on exactly the same health. Unfortunately, none of those are going to kill any of them. -2. -4.
Take a few steps back then and say, my bad.
He's like, I fucked up. Good luck, Mia.
Oh
How
god.
could you?
-4, -3. God damn it, there's a lot of these things.
For the second time in this battle, Whisper, I tried.
2. Okay, Mauron.
Didn't try hard enough.
As Mauron's turn ends, the ghouls that are surviving turn
Or pack on Mia.
to look
Or
at Mia.
beyond.
This one sprints over to here and will attack Mia. Right, so 1. Oops, I fucked that one up.
Yes,
I
you
tried
did.
to hashtag it. Yay! 1 attack, 2 attacks.
Oh my god. First one misses, second one hits. And
Okay,
it also takes 1d4 fire.
it does 9
Still
points of
rough.
damage, and it takes 1d4.
Yeah. Extra.
Okie dokie.
All my health is gone.
Okay,
I-
can
I
you?
already
You're on. Mia is now unconscious. She is now on minus an amount.
I was on -5.
No, they don't know that. That's why I shut up. Everyone's rushing along. The ghoul's now like basically ignoring her.
That's very magnanimous of the DM, not going, oh look, 3 instant fails.
Yeah, it's very nice of you.
Okay. It would be Mormesk's turn, but it's now Caliban's turn.
Victory. Oh god.
Not quite.
You're still
Not
pissed
quite
off.
victory.
I have got this. I have totally got this.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to attack that one first.
Go for it. I'm going to zoom in on the map a bit.
27.
Yeah, just about hits.
15 damage.
You crush him into a pile of ash.
And then I'll attack the one in front of me. 23.
That hits.
14 damage.
You crush him into jam. This
Cool
is
jam.
This is why they're Team Creative Condiments.
And
Avenge me,
done.
Caliban.
Okay, Tobias, your go.
Staggering forward, again, not looking particularly helpful or happy about all of this. 26 to hit the first one for 10 points of damage.
Yep, you spear through it like angrily with your rapier, and it crumbles away.
Effectively going to stumble over the top of it for 18 on the second one.
That hits.
Hit for 2 points of damage.
It is still standing. I was prepared to just straight up delete him, but okay.
Well, no,
This is a
'cause I
weapon
moved
that
to
you're
the
not
mace-
ready
I
with
moved
yet.
to the mace, didn't I? Yeah. Well, even if I was, it's strength based.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, because your braces haven't.
Once the
taken effect
gauntlets
Well,
kick in,
no.
it'll be fucking amazing. But
yet. Yeah. I'll have to roll
Rapier's
that
still
then.
better. Rapier is still better, but not by a huge amount. And the diversity is quite nice. But yeah, that's me.
okay.
Oh, hang on. Wait. Just checking to see what.
Needs to be good for undead though. When they're
Yeah,
ready.
because you light it up and it's plus 1d6. I just wanted to check something on a spell quickly before I confirm I'm done. Yeah, no, I'm done. Sorry.
Pausing for a second to dance around on screen because thank you Dead Poet Society for subscribing for 5 months in a row. That's awesome.
Rapier are the best D.
rapier are the best. I love it says D when you're literally putting a smiley face. But yes, thank you very much for that subscription. Can we get some love and hype going, or exclamation mark sub hype if you're too lazy to put the things in yourself? I made a thing for you. And back to the game. So, Mia. Oh yeah, Mia, roll me a death saving throw.
Is that just
Just
a
a
straight
straight
D20?
D20.
Yeah.
If you get above 10, it's a pass. If you get below 10, it's a fail.
Yeah.
You
I
get
have
3 of
not
either,
got
and
one of
that's a
these
good thing.
load. Yay!
That is a
Nailed it.
pass.
Not dead yet.
Also, if you get a
Still just
natural...
unconscious.
Yep.
Oh yeah, if you get a natural 20, it kind of does the whole 3 things for you, doesn't it?
Does a 1 actually then kill you?
No. A 1 makes
2
you lose
fails, isn't it?
2 in a row. So,
Okay.
if you roll...
Wow, that
yeah.
That is still kinda...
But if you roll a
That's
20, it
still
obviously
headache.
counts for 2 as well. So,
Okay.
so yeah, okay, Mia, that's one out of 3. That's good. Malron, it is your go. I love that Malron just was like, nope, fucked up here. Bye, guys.
Let's try this again. I'm going to use another 2 charges and hit them each with 2 blasts.
Okay. Is that will be all 7 blasts? That will be all 7 charges of the magic missile. Why'd you roll twice?
Because you actually broke it down this time.
Oh, got you.
1, 8 on the other one. I wasn't breaking it down 5 times, but 2 times ain't too bad.
Okay. The 2 magic missiles burst out of the wand and hit
Crazy.
both of the ghouls that are remaining. They are now dead. However,
I am avenged.
Malron.
I'm going to rush forward and, if I can with my bonus action, pour a healing potion into Mia.
As you go to do so, I'll go, I've got spells.
Also, Malron, you need to roll me a d20, buddy.
Who does?
Oh, shit.
Malron.
Who needs to roll your d20?
Malron did, because he expended the last charge of the Wand of Magic Missile.
Oh, right, okay.
It does not shatter, so there you go.
Before you go to put the potion in the mouth, I will say I have spells.
Aaron don't care. His bonus action, he still pours a potion into Mia's mouth.
It's not a bonus action.
It's not, it's a whole action, dude.
The fuck?
Yeah.
So I'm afraid you cannot do that. You cannot move to her after using a thing and then use a thing.
Yeah. Well, it's Caliban next anyway, who will just show us all up by being amazing and wondrous and godlike.
That's 3.
Go ahead, Taliban.
I will put 5 points. My last 5 points of lay on hands. Wait, no, because I don't have any 5 points of lay on hands. I will use Cure Wounds for my last spell.
Roll me some.
Wow.
Which I've never done before as a paladin, you guys.
Is that
1d8 plus 8.
1d8 plus 8?
Oh, hang on, that's the one. That's per level, isn't it? Hang on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so it is one. It is. If you what level are you casting it as?
1.
1d8.
Yes, that is correct.
Nailed it.
Ah, yes. So does that mean I'm on 8, or do I have to take away my -5 from that?
No, you're on 8.
Oh, it's plus your spellcasting.
It's plus,
modifier, so
yeah,
it's
plus
actually 10.
spellcasting as well. So it's 10. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So you get 10. So Mia, you instantly come back to 0 and then gain the HP. So you're on 10 HP now, and you are
cool.
fully conscious.
Thank you.
As Mia
The
kind of
minus is
Mia has a big
mostly
coughing
if it all
fit.
goes horribly wrong and you've gone beyond other things.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
It's alright. Now, what do you say we get out of here?
I thought.
Oh, actually, be right back.
Who's going to look around this room for these treasures he's speaking of too?
Yeah, while they do that, hang on. What is my spellcasting ability?
Wisdom? For a ranger? I'm pretty sure it's wisdom, right? Let me, I mean, I've got a place.
Oh, so it's proficiency bonus plus thing bonus, isn't it?
Yes.
To do what?
So your
work out your
spellcasting
spellcasting.
bonus is your stat bonus.
Yeah, your
Plus
stat, your
proficiency bonus,
spellcasting
isn't it?
stat plus your proficiency.
Yeah, okay. So, using my last 2 spells. That's for Mia. A further 6 hit points.
There you go, Mia. You get another 6
Thank you.
HP back.
And 9 for myself. Or they loot.
Okay, that's absolutely fair. Okay. Maron, are you looting like where the corpse was, essentially, where the thing was?
Yeah.
Okay. Caliban, I'll do Caliban first. Actually, no, I'll do Maron first. Maron, on the spot where it kind of sank back into the ground, you find an iron key. Caliban, the chest that you're looking at is made of iron and it is badly scorched. Probably from the explosion that caused the, this. Back in the day. It's looking pretty rough. Would you like to open the chest? Sorry, Blaine, didn't hear any of that.
What the yum chow?
The yam chow.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Ah! Okay, let's try that again. Hello, everybody?
Hello.
Hi.
Good. Sorry, Discord was going really funny. Sorry, Blaine, what would you like to do?
I would like to open the chest.
I'm not checking it for traps or anything.
I'm just going to open the chest.
Okay. As you try and open the chest, you realise it is locked.
Oh, shit. Okay. There's a chest here, you guys, and it's locked.
Well, I have thieves' tools if you'd like to try them.
Do you know what? Go for it.
Iron key.
Or I could try.
I think
You
Maron's
should just say, or I could try the key.
Yeah, Maron's doing a Maron, I think. Fucking Maron.
I'm gonna put in the iron key and pop it open. if it does open this.
Are you trying to
Wait
keep
a
it?
second.
Are you trying to
Where'd you get
hide?
this
Yeah, I was
key?
about to say, are you trying to hide that you're doing this?
This is
What are you doing
suspect.
I literally said, or I can try this iron key.
Yeah, he did say.
Right,
Mhm.
okay.
Okay.
You try the suspicious iron key that you found and nobody's seen here.
Well, he did just loot wherever that creature was, so...
Yeah. To be
The
fair,
The
he
key,
wouldn't
the
smell
chest is in this room. It
It
makes
stands
sense.
to reason that he owned the key to this.
I'm
you know.
just pulling your leg.
Don't pull it so
Everybody-
hard.
Tick
You're too
well.
good at deception, my friend.
Oh, that's I know, right? I'm just the worst or the best. I can't even remember anymore. Anyway, the chest.
Okay, you managed to unlock the chest. Contained within the chest are. Oh, I'm not gonna list out the different kinds of coins. Fuck that. You get there is literally 1,200 gold,
Whoa, we were.
Nice.
3 diamonds. Each diamond is worth 200 gold.
Numbers are hard. Diamond.
Hmm.
200. How many did you say, sir?
3.
Oh.
There is a wooden pipe adorned with platinum filigree.
Sean, how many diamonds?
3 diamonds.
I think you said 3.
Yes. Can you not hear me anymore, guys?
Keep cutting out.
Every time you go to say the number, you
Yeah,
cut out.
you're sorry.
I don't know if you're massively trolling us, or it's just because it's the first word you'll say.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah, no. Hopefully this is working again now.
Really, dude.
Yeah.
There are 3 diamonds, and there is a pipe
There you go.
adorned with platinum filigree, which is worth 150 gold.
Got that.
There is also a handful of magically preserved books. So there are some really nice leather-bound books. Most of them are history-related.
Interesting. Any of them jump out, or are they just like basic books?
Roll me a investigate, please. A investigate. Uninvestigate, please.
Damn it! None of my characters are good at investigating.
He
He
said,
said.
as he rolls a
Fucking
natural 20.
+0, but rolls a natural 20. Maron, inside the front cover of one of the books, very carefully stitched in with a kind of hidden hidden stitch. You pull out the thread, and a map unfolds. The map looks like it's a map of the Sword Coast, and there is a specific location within the Neverwinter Woods that is highlighted on this map.
If it says Tomb of Annihilation, I'm out.
It's almost like you know me. I mean, what?
Sorry, a specific location that does what?
There is a specific location in the Neverwinter Woods that is highlighted. Literally like big red X on the map.
Okay, I've done this openly in front of everyone, so I literally
that's
say this to
fine.
everyone.
Cool.
We can worry about that later.
I'll put it down on the party loot.
Want to continue the way we've been doing things, we could do it on the way back.
No, we could not. We've got a dwarf to return, we've got a spider to return, and we can worry about something that no one else knows about later.
We've
This
only
map.
plundered one tomb today. Yesterday we did like 3.
But this tomb was so much
Right.
bigger than the other ones.
Correct. However, I get your point. However, that didn't go quite as planned.
Right. I suppose
Well-
we do have to keep an eye on the spider.
I mean,
Yes.
we're still alive, so it went as planned, right?
No, but I mean, when I realised that this individual on a point to the pile of ash, if we left and he realised the Guardian was gone, it could have caused problems. Well, he was more robust than I thought. My apologies. Because that really hurt.
You just need some disgusting ale and a lot of meat, and that'll slow you right out.
I mean,
Indeed.
you prefixed it with disgusting, so I'm not entirely sure if that's correct, but
The meat is the
Good
best
ale,
thing.
best ale.
Yes.
Okay. Right. I'm loath to say this, but we've got that entire other section of tunnels that we haven't looked through. How adventurous are we feeling?
Yes.
You're right, that was exactly the sort of question that I expected a binary answer to.
Would you like me to check for traps?
Oh, I'm beyond pretending to care that you are actually doing that. So, I take it we're going to have to head back north from here, because we're not
Let's
going...
go south.
Let's not. Because we've
We
already...
get out the door.
Okay, let me
No,
We've
I
already-
think I'm poison.
zoom out.
We've already circumnavigated that for a bloody good reason.
Should we grab the spider and
Well,
one of the brothers on our way
not
back?
really. If we're about to go through a set of tunnels that have been unexplored, do we really want them with us?
Absolutely. It's efficient.
I want to be traveling right now, though. Mia and Tobias. We did take quite a beating.
I can travel. It all depends on what we find. Now,
Would you like to have a wee break?
Yes, would you like to
Oh,
have a short
God.
rest?
what?
Oh God!
No, the spider is not anywhere where you guys are, so you're okay.
Oh, right, okay.
You're alright.
Man, it's in the wall.
It's in the They're in the wall.
I do this quite a lot where I've either got things hidden in the GM layer, or if I need to spawn things really quickly, I've just got things hidden in the blackness around you, because why the fuck not?
Right.
I've literally lost you guys on the map.
If we're gonna rest, which I'm not gonna say no to, I do think we need to check on. I really should remember that dwarf's name.
Nundro.
Arden?
Nundro?
Really bad.
Okay, brother.
You've got Gundren, you've got Nard, you've got Nundro, and then you're thinking of the dead brother.
Yeah, it's Nondro that's there. I don't call him by his dead brother's name. That is a little bit ouch.
That,
And
Yeah.
Gundren isn't.
Just call him Mr. Rockseeker.
that is also
That
true.
works for all three.
Mhm.
Right. If we're going to rest, I would like to make sure that they know that we haven't. Well, that he knows we haven't abandoned him. Don't give a shit what the spider thinks, if I'm honest.
Well, let's go and
You
rest
two
there.
can
then.
rest with Mundro. Yes, let's head there.
I've imagined we're all resting to a degree.
Mhm.
I'm going to
Hopefully more
keep
than
watch.
a few hours.
No, I'm literally talking like a 40-minute sit down, have a
Short
breather.
rest.
Yeah.
Mm.
Do you want us to manually move back? Sure.
Yeah.
We'll just jump.
Sean,
Do you want me to
we're
s-
working on this.
Yeah.
I'm working on the assumption that we are walking north
Mm-hmm.
until we get to here. Hang on. Here, and then would we then turn left through the big black pit that you can't
Yep.
delete?
Yep.
And then go up north through the route that we know that we can,
Yeah.
through here,
Yeah.
and then up.
Yeah.
Going through that way would be a lot easier than trying to climb up the ropes again. Yep, that's fine.
Oh,
Yeah.
By all
And
means,
then
feel free to fast travel.
There is no. Yay!
Yay!
We can see
Yeah,
a
look,
loading
it's all
sequence.
party before 104th.
We can see the loading sequence of one of the models that we can just turn on its axis repeatedly,
Yep.
and it'll give me a hint about a part of the game that I have no intention of ever getting involved in.
Discover your party before 104th. Discover your party.
Party before vengeance. Oh. If I wanted to gather them, I would have. Where have I gone? I've got lost.
He's in the walls.
No, it's just the fact that I've zoomed in far enough to see my figure and move it properly, but then realised I am now literally in the wall. Right.
Okay.
So as we get in here,
Mm-hmm.
is the spider still breathing but tied up still? I'm gonna check on his binds.
He is indeed. He is currently, as you walk in, Nundro's standing. He is in the centre of the room. He
Yeah.
seems to have been pacing, but the black spider doesn't seem to have been harmed. He is kind of, still tied up in the way that you all...
I'll do a medicine check to make sure he's still breathing.
Can you roll me a dexterity saving throw, please?
Woo!
Who, me?
Yes. Your medicine check is really good. He seems to be unconscious, but otherwise, he's beaten up from you guys, but he's not massively.
No, it's my deck saving throw.
Okay. Essentially, you are thrown back 15 feet to about here. You manage to catch yourself before you slam into the wall and skid to a stop. This is obviously quite a big surprise for you. As a being appears behind him.
Whoa, no! Uh-oh. I don't get paid enough for this shit.
Had to come back here before we rested.
We have come back here before we rested.
You recognise, well, apart from Caliban, you all recognise this woman.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
You guys are the worst. Rev me into your shit.
Sorry.
So
I
you get
am
thrown back
going-
15 feet. She kind of steps out through very familiar looking portals to the kind of descriptions you were given back in the
The
Hanging
thing that
City.
he wasn't at.
Yeah, the thing that
Yeah.
Caliban wasn't there for. She steps out of the portal and kind of crouches next to the spider. Oh,
I'm going to speak to her in Abyssal.
oh yeah, go for it.
My Lady Spider Queen. Seems you haven't died of syphilis, as I hoped you would have.
Whoa!
She looks up. Oh, do go back and play with your family, Toby. Oh wait,
Well,
they got
I
smaller
would, but-
last time we met each other, didn't they?
Well, yes, because she murdered one of them, and he was a prick. This is all in Abyssal, by the way. However,
Does anyone else in the party speak Abyssal?
No.
That's
Oh,
one
it's
of the...
Infernal.
Yeah, I
I speak
deliberately.
Abyssal.
Oh yeah, you probably would, wouldn't you?
Marod would. Marod being Marod.
But yeah, I didn't like my brother, but I take umbrage at people upsetting my parents who aren't me.
Well, to be honest, it wasn't exactly one of my goals. He just stumbled into my web, so to speak. She puts a hand on the spider's shoulder. I think...
What exactly are you trying to do with him?
Oh, she's about
Well-
to teleport him out of here. And again, this is all in Abyssal.
Oh yeah, well she's basically... She looks up at you. Are you speaking in Abyssal as well, Mauron?
Speaking in common. I'm
Oh.
pretending I didn't understand what they were just saying.
Oh yeah, do they know you speak Abyssal even?
No,
Okay. Then she
Infernal.
kind of looks up. I have business with him. But believe me, I can deliver him back to you when I'm done. It won't take very long. And with that, she vanishes, and so does the spider.
You really hate failure, don't you? Oh, cannot. Yeah, I'm.
Oh, she'll
Do
hear
I get
that.
a chance to say that before
Oh,
she
yeah.
disappears?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Chance to throw my Eldritch Blast?
You can indeed. In fact, you know what? Let me bring her back.
Yeah, let's see if you can hit Loth with an Eldritch Blast before she teleports out.
Throw me. Yeah, go ahead. Throw me an Eldritch Blast, buddy.
So critical fail on that first.
Can you roll me a D100, please, Malron?
That was quite apt. I want to throw an Eldritch Blast at the Spider Queen.
I'm throwing it at the Black Spider.
Oh, that's interesting. That's different. Oh, you're kidding me. Malron, you drop your spellcasting focus.
No!
Which means that you can't
Still
fire
don't.
your second
They fire
Eldritch
at
Blast,
the
buddy.
They fire at the same time.
To be fair, they do, don't
I'll
they?
get you. Yeah, all right, that's fair. Well, that will hit the black
Sorry.
spider. Roll me single damage, and then you dropped your ring.
And my ring rolls away somewhere.
And he can't have been on very many hits. We're keeping him unconscious.
That is very true. He was unconscious. He gets hit by the Eldritch Blast. You hear a grunt as he's clearly still obviously alive. But you think that Eldritch Blast could well have done enough damage to have, put him below where he needed to be dying.
Well, balls.
So it was
I ring,
you basically
Um,
your Eldritch Blast kind of hits him in the same way that the knife hits Dobby in Harry Potter.
Ooh.
Just kind of as they're teleporting, this blast of energy hits him on the other side of the portal.
So, what? Just what?
Caliban's like, Also,
So,
yeah,
Caliban,
you guys won't even know what Tobias was saying to her.
So, Caliban, and I mean this with the irony that it comes with, are you a religious man?
I am.
Have you heard of Loth?
Should.
Congratulations, you've just had your second divine experience of the day.
What? That wasn't as in that wasn't, that wasn't.
Yes.
That was, I mean, they can't do that, right? I mean, our minds would have exploded if she'd spoken to us directly, if it was actually her. So it must have been some sort of avatar, correct?
Presumes, or connected to something.
It wasn't actually her, but it was, right, okay, whatever.
Whether
I'm out.
it was...
I'm out. I'm going. I'm out.
What about your short rest, Caliban?
I don't need it.
Nundro is kind of like stood in the middle of the room, like shaking, like a fucking leaf. He's basically
Caliban,
been
you
like,
want some answers before you do it. Oh no, we can't see through the other door because we shut the other door.
you have
so
shut
we
the
don't
other
know
door
where
and
he's
locked the other door.
Yeah.
Nundro is like looking around slowly, his poor head shivering. What?
Let's just say we've made some delightful enemies early on in our careers.
Well, yeah. It looks like it. The fuck was that?
That was, from what I understand, what was the word he used? Avatar. What does that even mean? Is that just something that is the... Anyway.
Means she's the last airbender.
Wow.
I'm not even going to pretend to entertain that one. When myself and these two, and I point at Mia and Maron, when we first met, we were all looking for lost friends or relatives. We didn't find, well, we found them in a manner of speaking, but they had already passed on. Just say that she's to blame. And that doesn't sit comfortably with me.
Indeed,
Whoever
she's the
she
reason
may
we
be.
came looking for the Black Spider. Back
And
Are we actually taking a short rest, Sean?
Yeah,
As
that's
we do
absolutely
this.
fine. Do you make it habit to piss off spider gods?
Well, no.
Oh,
But then, to be fair, I've only done it 1 and a bit times now.
well,
I twirl around the spider staff in my hand.
yes, that is true. You do have the spider stuff. Well, in all
Yeah, this is
honesty, if you manage to piss off a spider god and you're still standing, you're pretty impressive in my books. But yeah, short rest is okay. You can just
When they start doing the short rest, I exit here.
Okay.
Okay.
On the way out, I'm gonna go keep a lookout.
By all
Not
means,
with Caliban,
just
but
don't go too far.
scream if I need help. It's just I don't want us to get attacked, and I haven't actually lost any health so far.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm
I will
fine.
get myself in a more useful position.
Just outside this door, and I'm going to not pay attention to anyone else. I'm going to summon an imp.
How long does your imp summoning take, little buddy?
Ritual.
Ah, okay. Oh yeah, of
Summon it
course
as
it
a
is.
pseudo dragon this time.
Oh, you're getting a pseudo dragon this time? I like pseudo
Be
dragons.
more useful for what I need.
Oh god. Okay. So you're forming a magic telepathic bond. Yep, that's fine. Limited telepathy. Magic is a key thing. Okay. That's fine. Yeah. Okay, so in that will take you most of the short rest time to do a proper ritual.
Taking any kind of rest myself, I'm just doing the ritual this
Yeah.
whole time.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm resting, gaining some HP back,
Yep.
and wondering why my sword feels lighter all of a sudden.
Yes. Yep.
And the mace, and my backpack, and everything.
Everything. Yeah. Basically, you suddenly your muscles literally as you're resting, your muscles start literally growing. You feel incredible. The strength coursing through you. You're not used to this. You're used to being really quick and hard to hit. Toby learned Kaioken. Why is everything Dragon Ball with you today, Maron?
I don't know. The best example I could think of.
I did like the Yamcha hole though. That made me smile. Oh, Yamcha, you fucking waste of space.
So hang on, does it actually physically change your physique?
No, it's more of a mental
It
thing.
must do, mustn't it?
Well, I mean, it has to if you're literally physically lifting heavier things. Like,
I've literally gone from strength 7, so a -1, to strength 19.
yup.
That is going to affect.
Fuck.
That is going to affect things like shirts and stuff. If I'm wearing a shirt that is no, but you know what I mean. If I'm wearing a
He
normal,
sits there and just hulks out.
It's literally like
that's the only.
Things into your super fancy shit, so you are just exploding out of it at this point.
Yeah, if I'm wearing a tailored shirt for
shit, you fucking are
that I
too.
was.
Because you're all noble and shit. You're literally wearing noble clothes. Okay, yeah, you're going
Yeah.
to. I mean, they're not going to rip off you, but essentially, the edges of the sleeves tearing, ripping up your arm to make space for your bulging muscles. Bottom of your chest pushing against it till the slight V-neck of the thing ripped down further. You're basically a minor Hulk right now. You're like if Arnold Schwarzenegger put on a medium shirt.
But yeah, my strength's just gone up 12 points in an hour sat down. That is gonna look a bit weird.
Mia's just sat there, it's just like, what the fuck?
I have no idea. Well, it's certainly not the mace. I'm just going to hold up my hands with the gloves on and just look confused. The fact that the gloves that did actually have the end of my shirt tucked into it, there's now like a good couple of inches of gap between the gloves and my shirt, with there's bare arm because my shirt shrunk that far.
If anyone would like to roll an Arcana check.
Sure, why the hell not? Seeing as how I'm the only one in the room.
Yeah, true.
Apart from Mr. Upspeaker.
Nundro's literally just like he'll be sat on the edge of the bed, and every now and again he'll just like look over at Toby and just like rub his eyes, like the fuck.
Yeah, that was my arcana.
That's probably enough. You you can tell that the gauntlets that he's holding on there, they have started to they've got a faint magical aura about them now, and it's starting to increase as the kind of time goes on. Yeah, you can pretty much tell that's where it's coming from.
Well, it's safe to say those gauntlets are magical.
Well, yes. You know, my tailor wouldn't say so, but then my family's tailor hasn't spoken to me in 6 years, so that's not really much of an issue.
Are you going to be able to move in those clothes? Like, do you have reach?
They're not so tight, like a tweaker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just as long as you're able to fight.
Yeah, it's not like all of a sudden I'm when I say the silks, it's going to be the kind of, you know, when you've got Yogi, Larpy, where it's kind of like the straw string ties and stuff like that.
Right, yeah.
So there's enough slack that there is space to move. I'm not all of a sudden rolling around on the floor grasping at my neck because I'm strangling myself.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Okay.
So, did either of those two return in the hour or so?
Caliban, what you up to, buddy?
I'm just having my short rest out here.
That's fair. In like the sight of the god. That's fair.
Yeah. Just meditating.
I'm going to start heading back in.
Okay. So as you walk in, you'll see Caliban meditating. Mauron, is creature invisible at the moment?
Comes, I tell him to go invisible and sit on my shoulder.
Okay. You have a new familiar, and it is sitting on your shoulder, invisible.
Over to Caliban. What are you doing?
Just meditating, getting my head around everything. So
The statue that spoke to you.
aye.
But I look a bit disgusted while I say that. Forge would be.
What?
It told you where the forge would be.
Well, it didn't tell me exactly. It just gave me a direction.
Well, I guess it did well then.
Sure.
Anyway, our friend should be rested by now. You ready to go?
So, aye, let's head back.
Okay.
Okay. As the short rest kind of draws to a close, Caliban and Mauron head back in to see Tobias like swollen sock.
Well, that's
To you.
yeah.
I hold up the gloves. Mia suggests that these might be magical and nothing more untoward.
Oh, I thought you'd been dousing the rain in your closet trunk. Oh, that's much less exciting.
He jumped in the rim.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went for a swim outside, and this is what happened.
Well,
The rapids are amazing. No, that's not the case.
Been there, done that.
Right.
yep. Have.
Okay.
So what now?
Do we actually want to wait for the Spider Queen?
In no way, shape, or form. Nor am I really particularly vested in looking through the last sections of tunnels if we can avoid it right now. I argue that we get Mr. Rockseeker out of here. The main sources of concern appear to have been taken from this place. If he and his brothers want to hire us or other people to clear out the last of it, by all what I mean, but we need to get them out of here. The Black Spider's gone. The Guardians of this place are gone. There might be a few bits and pieces around, but not much. So let's just get the hell out of here. Unless
Yes,
someone
I'm
has
sure
a
we can
chance
convince-
to look through the rest of the tunnels.
idea. I'm sure we can convince Mrs. Greywind to let us clear out the rest of this place for a price.
Well, I've had thoughts on that. Obviously, and I point over to the dwarf that is sat there listening to this entire conversation. Obviously, Nundro and his brother looked for this place, and Nundro, who technically owns this?
Well, technically, I guess it'd be between us and you. I thought I'd be fighting the Black Spider for ownership, but it doesn't seem to be a problem anymore. It's been abandoned for centuries. If my brother hadn't found the map, we may never have found the thing at all.
Right. Because I've had thoughts. I know what you're saying now, Ron, and obviously a further agreement with Mistress Greywind does make sense to a degree. But parents would be proud of me for saying this, and that in itself makes me feel ill. Does that mean not that we're creating one particular power base within an area stronger than the others, that unless we're willing to hang around and maintain ourselves, runs the chance that the equilibrium is broken in the future? Basically, are you willing to babysit and make sure that Mrs. Greywind continues to pay us our money, rather than thinking, well, why should she bother if she holds all the cards? There are ways and means. There are ways and means. I think the Rock Seekers have got a great claim to this. I think if they, I think an agreement could become with a number of parties back in town. I mean, I do know that Bath and Supplies could help facilitate the Rock Speakers in this place, and by all means, I imagine Mrs. Greywind will be happy to purchase materials or be involved in that. But I think we need to be careful about setting one up above all the others. Because
I like the way you think, Tobias. I think we should go back and have a conversation with this
a number of
council
people
that we're planning on setting up in the town. Yes.
Yeah. I think if we give it all to one person, we'll get another Harbin Wester. And unless we're willing to sit and babysit whoever is in control, whoever it is going to eventually go, well, why should we continue to pay the money after we're doing the hard work? Even though they were only able to do that because of us.
See, you changed your clothes and you're already starting to think more like an aristocrat.
Oh, don't. So, Nundro, should we get you out of here before anything else?
Yes, I need to get back to town before anything else.
And we are going to collect your brother on the way.
Could I insight check Nundro? Is he kind of pissed about us discussing this in front of him, or is he fine?
Well, I mean, insight check.
I have said that they've got the best claim. I didn't just go.
He seems more out of it. Like, he seems not all here right now.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And it would be one thing if we go, fuck those dwarves. We are effectively saying they have the good claim for it. So, I take it, are we hoping to do more fast travel? Back the ways we've come.
Mm-hmm.
We're heading back to town.
Yeah, to head to the exit.
Okay, so you're not going through the tunnels. You're going back to the beginning of the.
Yes, but through the areas we've explored rather than this. So basically, rather than taking this path. You might have to zoom out, but we've got the big chamber with all the tables and chairs.
Yeah. Straight down from there.
What?
So, yeah, from here you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yes. So rather than heading up onto that left plateau and heading down for the area we haven't looked at.
Yeah, you're going to head back in path.
We're heading back down the main path.
Yeah.
To get to the ropes back up.
Yeah, that's not a problem at all. God, this map's fucking huge.
Yes.
Yeah.
So big.
Yeah, this was a good 3-session thing.
In that case, then yes, please feel free to fast travel your characters to the pit that you've got to climb out of, because we will be needing athletics checks to get this shit out of there.
I don't know if I can do an athletics check. Oh yes, I can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I'm guessing that's the pit right by the entrance.
Yes.
Yes.
I have dropped Nundro in there.
Not the other.
We're not trying to get out by the aquatic thing.
I want to go swimming, damn it.
Right. So first point of call before I even try to climb out myself. I want to try and help. How agile is Nundra looking?
He's I mean obviously he's pretty well rested now after his injuries. Although obviously, you know, that's mainly due to magical healing. So yeah, he's struggling a little bit with the ropes. He could do with some help.
Do you want me to go up top first, and then we help each other in between? I'll have it from the top, you up from the bottom.
So yeah, we can potentially tie a rope around him effectively, and obviously if he puts his feet against the side, we're not saying we basket lift him, but to get assistance.
That's my athletics.
Okay, yeah. So you climb up to the top with no problems whatsoever, Caliban.
Mauron should feel bad.
Fucking hell, Mauron.
Mauron said nothing.
It was whispered by the invisible creature on his shoulder. Really
He's having
uncomfortable.
fun singing little tunes. It's all good.
Wow.
Well, all right then, Blaine.
22,000 cogs. You.
People are really winning big tonight on that gambling. Yeah, you climb up without much of a problem. Nundro starts climbing up, and I'm going to roll him an athletics check. He's pretty strong, actually. That's not bad. Bah! He's not doing too great, guys.
If I'm trying to help, how tall was the? It was 20 feet, wasn't it?
It was 20 feet. So if you're pushing from the bottom, and Caliban's kind of pulling from the top.
Yeah. What do you want from me? You put in an athletics as well.
Both athletics, yeah. Athletics from both of you, and we'll see how this goes. Well, you're going to be rolling athletics a lot better now.
Whoa, I got that wrong. Ignore that entirely.
Tobias
No,
stabs him in the heart.
No, I accidentally. Sorry, let's try that again.
Yeah, no, those are fine.
23.
Basically, as he's trying to climb this rope, he keeps falling down, but he's too prideful to admit it. So, like, he tries to climb up again. Caliban is, like, literally very subtly pulling the rope upwards. And you just kind of go along and, like, just give him an encouraging shove up from the feet. He gets up no problem, so he manages to climb it also.
Hey, you're stronger than me now, you jerk.
Oh no, because what have you got proficiency?
Yeah.
Wow. Then, just don't worry. This is where I try to help myself up and roll a 1.
Go for it.
That's not too bad.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, you managed to climb up okay.
So,
Mauron, Mia, let's see how we go.
15.
What? Oh, Mia, yeah. Mia's fine.
Yay!
And Tobias, you're fine too.
Excellent.
Mauron?
I can't help but notice there's no roll from Mauron.
Myself.
Yeah,
Mauron, I didn't hear a word that, mate. What are you doing? Mauron.
Sorry. Mauron is going to cast Fly on himself and fly above everyone.
Oh,
Fucking
show
for a
off.
20-foot wall. Okay.
He
He's a
believed
warlock.
he could fly.
he can do what he likes. He gets his spells back after a short rest. Didn't give a fuck. Oh, hello, kill it!
Literally,
Kill!
literally, as you all kind of make it up to the top of this, well, yeah, Tobias, you're up there too. As you've all climbed up to the top of this thing, you're all kind of gathering, brushing off the dust, getting ready to walk, you know, to head out. Everyone's kind of gathering, and then, literally, in between all of you, this body drops from the roof, lands splattered.
An actual body.
Yeah, it is the black spider. He has his wrists slit. He's barefoot now and has had his tendons cut in his ankles. He is missing both his ears. He is missing his entire lower jaw.
Wow.
His whole entire body has basically been brutalized, and there is basically a gaping hole in his chest.
God damn.
I am, without any embarrassment whatsoever, going through his pockets.
Did he have some really cool armor on as well? Fuck.
He did have some cool armor, but the armor is now like torn and horribly, ruined. Going through his pockets, they seem to have been turned out. He has got nothing on him.
I know she's not up there, but I will shout out to the ceiling in Abyssal. They've at least left us something, you bitch.
Yeah, no, she left him nothing. His body is tatters, and everything that he had that seemed to be worth something is now gone.
Well, if we were going to get information out... Pardon?
You keep making.
What are those what?
Cool, you're breaking up a load, dude.
Yeah, you are.
We're getting like fractions of words. And he is refreshing. Doing the refreshing dance.
Do I sound normal now?
Yes.
As much as you can.
Do I still sound kind of jittery?
No, I mean, I'm taking the mic. Sorry.
No, as long as you can hear me, that's fine. Toby, what are those noises you keep making?
It's a language.
Language. It sounds like
Sure it is.
the gutter coming from your throat.
It's a language of spider horse and other creatures of that nature. I have been trying to find out more about her and failing. So forgive me if I'm a little short with my temper.
Understandable. Full language to know, I guess.
Well, I, to be fair, it's the first time I've actually had to use Abyssal at anything that actually understood it. It is not good on the vocal cords. You are correct. Right.
Oh.
Clearly this piece of shit, and I'm pointing at the black spider,
Nundro's like, what?
is of not much use to us.
Before we talk about such things in front, I'll take Nundren. I've got something to show you over here.
Wait, I was about... Yeah, that was what I was about to discuss.
Alright.
Nundro.
Take him away to... So, never mind. I'll come back in a second.
As he walks off, I was going to ask Nundro if he actually wanted to see the corpse of his brother, or we could be slightly more polite about it. However, Caliban has decided that whilst shell-shocked is the best time to see your deceased brother.
I'll just talk to him. I'll say, I'll leave you alone for a couple of minutes, and I'll just point to the bed where I laid it down. I'll come back here.
I mean, I was going to suggest that we give Nundo the option of seeing him now, or wait till we've carried him back to town, but...
No, I can see him now.
There is
What I want to know, and the reason why I'll let him go over there by himself, is what we say about this. Do we take it back and say, we met a god, the god had its way with him, and sent him back? Or are we going to lie about it and just say, yeah, that's what I say?
Whilst we fought him bravely in battle, we then thought it was necessary to break his jaw, rip it off, and then sever most of his limbs.
I mean, look at me, she's terrifying. It totally looks like something that she could have pulled off.
I am stood with the group, but I am facing away because I am naturally suspicious, to make sure that Nundro doesn't decide that the edge of the chasm is a nice thing to walk towards at any point.
fair. You can hear faint sobs. He doesn't seem to be paying much attention.
Yeah, and that's fine. I'm not interrupting. I'm just making sure that he doesn't decide to take a leap, as it were.
Wow, Nundro is now on suicide watch.
Yeah, yes, Nundro is.
Nundro kind of scoops his arm under his brother, lifts his brother's arm over his neck, and picks him up as best he can. When he walks back over to the group, he's supporting and basically dragging the corpse of his brother as best he can.
It is your choice, sir, because he is your brother. But you have gone through a lot. If you would allow one of us to help you with that burden, we would be honoured, but we will not force the matter.
I step forward and put my arm out, take him. I would actually quite like it if you let me take him. Spell on myself so I could carry him home without much stress.
Okay. As well, I
shall take the body.
Can you carry the body?
Should be able to. He's a dwarf, right? And it's not like he had armor on.
No, he did
Athletics,
not.
if
He
you
definitely did not have armor on. Dwarves are still a good, you know. Dwarves aren't
Yeah,
tiny.
somewhat
Dwarves aren't hobbits.
Somewhat like
Yeah.
the carry weight, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you want me to roll something, or?
Roll me in athletics.
I think there's a set thing. Is there not? For carry weight.
Weird carry rate.
And I don't want to be gauche, even out of character, but it's a dead weight as well.
It is going to be a good weight. You will be aware that, like, also dwarves are very stout. Like, this is going to be difficult
Yeah.
for you to carry on your own, buddy. You're going to need help.
Dwarf, it doesn't work out. I say, I'm sorry. I can't.
Well,
actually
I
carry it.
don't mind. Before Maron stacks it with the dwarf, I will join him on the other side, and between us we'll carry him, even if I'm taking the majority of the weight. But I'm not showing Maron up. I'm allowing Maron to look like he's doing his bit.
Making him look like a hero.
Yeah. Well,
I think you and Caliban should probably take him, actually. And I'll.
now we'll take turns, shall we, Maron? Is that what you're saying? I think you're happy to stop now. Right, I take it between us then. We can say, how far's the walk to town, Shiza? We got rid of the cart, didn't we?
Yeah.
Indeed.
The walk to cart. To cart? The walk to cart. The walk to town is going to be... Oh, well, if that's where... It's a bit rough through uneven ground for a while, and then so it's going to take you about... It's going to take you about...
You say rough and even ground.
It won't be
Not
feet.
after an hour.
Well, yeah. Wait. I mean, yeah, okay, fair enough. But you're in the
Yeah.
mountains now, so you're only in the forest, right?
Yeah, after 1 hour of travelling in the wilderness, I gain the following benefits. My allies and I are not slowed by difficult terrain, and cannot get less by except by magic.
Oh, okay. So it's not just favoured area, it's literally the wild?
No, they've completely overhauled Ranger and gone set locations is shit. You still have favoured enemies, but travel benefits are everywhere outside, effectively.
Fair enough.
That makes
Okay.
sense.
In that case,
Yeah, but it's wilderness. So I imagine things like temples and... It's like I didn't use it down in the mines, because the mines are at least partially crafted, so it's not a wilderness location.
It's gonna take you, without carrying a body, it would have taken you about 5-6 hours. Carrying the body is going to slow you down just because, you're carrying a dead body.
Yeah.
So you're probably looking about 8 hours travel.
Oh, there is a formula for carrying capacity, actually. It's your strength score times 15 in pounds.
Well, there you go.
Just found it. I don't know what that would be there, but sure, that's what it is.
I mean, honestly, between the lot of you taking turns and supporting each other and stuff, you won't have a problem. It's just gonna slow you down.
Everything will be
Yeah.
like, effectively, yeah.
Yeah.
Ish.
And you've got Nundro kind of creeping along with you as well. But yeah, that's...
And if he ever wants to take a shift,
Oh, he
I'm gonna
will.
tell him no,
Oh.
but we'll make sure that they are short and that he's looking after himself as much.
Yeah, fair. Okay. That's fair. So is that the plan then, travelling back to town?
And so before we leave the cave, I point to the corpse of the dead spider and say, what are we gonna do with that?
Has anyone got a sharp thing that isn't pointy?
Wait,
Well,
a sharp thing that isn't pointy.
Yeah,
what?
as in something that's slashing.
I mean, I've got a big sword.
Cut its head off.
Well, I was gonna set it on fire, but
Yeah, no, we can do that for the rest of the corpse. We want proof of death, as it were.
Well, just chop his head off. It's fine.
Yeah, I can't. I've got a rapier and a mace. Neither of them are particularly nuanced for that.
But it'll be funny to watch.
just kind of perforate his head with the rapier.
20 minutes later, it's just hair on the strip.
I will chop off his head, and I'll make sure that I put a note in the party loot to say that I have head of spider.
No, I was actually gonna because I've got my ruined clothes that I was wearing previously in my backpack, the ones that haven't been washed. I am going to wrap the head in those and stick it in my own bag.
Okay.
And I shall light the rest of the corpse on fire.
Not a problem
Not
with
even
that.
the dead deserve to smell that kind of thing.
Well, which is what we're getting at.
Just somewhere in the distance is a, what's that smell?
Wow.
Okay.
Shall we
So,
be on
yes.
our way then?
The longest, most knackered stagger back to town, I think.
Yeah.
Known
for,
to
the,
any.
for the first hours, I just kind of hover above everyone, lazily in the air, just to fuck with them.
Okay.
Oh, great. So you're going to wait until I make the terrain suitable for everybody. And then you do
Bro.
want to join us.
Oh,
Yeah.
and then
yeah.
we find ourselves in the lair of Dragon.
Again.
Not again.
I had to take a detour on the way to Phandelver.
yeah.
Oh yeah, this will go silent now because the lovely noise, the lovely ambient music I had for towns is now being bloody copyright striked. The guy decided,
Oh,
no, I'm not
that's
going to make it, even though I've made it free for everyone's use.
You're not allowed to use it on anything that you record.
Yeah, basically. So yeah, you arrive back in town. That's really dramatic for that. I'll find another one. But yeah, you arrive back in town. It does take its toll on you. It's been most of a day of walking. It's a good 8 hours straight of walking, carrying a body, helping support Nundra at certain points. He's not used to this kind of trekking. But you do make it back to town. The town is, full of bustle. It's a very uncertain time for the town. There are lots of people vying for power at the moment. But as you start walking into town, people do start, pausing to look at you. And
We are carrying a dead dwarf between us, which might get people's attention.
a dead dwarf that the town knows.
Yeah.
So
And
people
I make
are.
sure to cast Mask of Many Faces again so that I look pretty.
You look like an attractive human. And basically, as you're walking into town, as you're walking along the streets, people are stopping and staring, and then as you walk past them, they're following you. So, yeah, what would you like to do?
This is weird.
Indeed.
Nundra. I'm making things up now. Nundro,
Aye.
do your family hold to any particular deity?
Aye, we worship the god of the mines. We always have.
I look over the caravan. While I know that our associates has other ties to his own religion, I believe he's the closest to any of us to have understanding of that. Can you suggest anything, Caliban?
I mean, I don't know any prayers of the god itself,
But if you gain some insight in that mind, then I would argue that it isn't too disrespectful for you to help lay this brother to rest.
sure, if you have no objections, Mr. Rockseeker, as I do not follow your god, follow my own.
Any words spoken would be appreciated.
And yeah, more than, I'm not saying time aura isn't particularly suitable at this point, but I think yours has a bit more relevance than that god right now.
Sudden doggo.
Well, it would be if you know any words or could say any words regarding Dumathine, it would be appreciated. But in all regards, we weren't a massively what the fucking accent am I doing? We are. I'm going kind of Italian. I'm going very Italian.
Hey, Mario.
Oh, it's been a long day. We'd be happy to receive any blessing, regardless of the deity.
Yeah.
But I'd imagine. Did you? My brother's in town. Aye.
Yes.
Well, between the two of us, we can take him back.
Maybe
to the,
we should gather. Yeah.
We could take him back to the mountains that we're from. Put him in with the team. It would be appreciated. Thank you for the help getting him back.
You say you're going to take him back. You have plans to return and be involved with the mine.
Well,
After you did go to all this effort.
Aye, well, we'll see our brother to rest, and then we'll be returning to run the mine. Would be the plan.
There are a few people in town. Who's got the map at the moment? We have the map.
You do indeed.
Don't we?
Yes.
Who actually physically has the map?
I don't know.
I think Mauron had it.
Mauron? Let's assume it's ended up in Mauron's pack, because that's pretty much a given. Mauron,
Yes,
do you have the map? Whoa,
I do.
there's no need to be like that with me. I asked a simple question.
I have the map, and I bring out the map and shut the fuck up, dog.
Oh.
Our discussion about how to prevent a unbalance of power. Should we leave this with the Rock Seekers? And advise others that an agreement will need to be made with them. With our assistance, of course.
Sounds like a good idea to me. They did certainly give up enough to get here.
Your dog seriously is not happy. So
Little dog's next door going nuts, and he's just laying here barking back at them without even being bothered to get up at this point.
he doesn't have to move. He just, like,
To be
I
fair,
can be loud enough from here.
that's not an exaggeration.
Sorry.
Okay. Well, where are you guys
yeah,
headed? Because people are pretty much just kind of following you in the streets right now.
Yeah, I am gonna look. I am slightly freaked. Can we help?
We
That was
weren't
a general question.
we weren't expecting you to return. Random bystander number 3 says.
Wow, a vote of confidence, marvellous.
Anyone who's
I'm
ever gone out to
assuming
look
that-
for the cave hasn't come back. And
Well, they didn't have this. I'm gonna almost jab towards Caliban.
Sorry, I missed that completely.
I'm pointing at you as to all of the ones that didn't return didn't have this, and I'm pointing towards you.
Thanks.
Oh.
They didn't
Considering
have
how
a
willing
killer
you've been,
back.
considering how willing you've been willing to take the credit on every other occasion, I thought you'd have lapped it up.
Oh no, sorry, I'm thinking about burial prayers. I'm a bit occupied in my mind right now.
Oh, okay. In which case they didn't have this, and I point towards Mauron. Or Mia, I don't
Yes.
care. I probably shouldn't have pointed
Right.
towards Mauron.
I
I knew
think-
what was going to happen there.
I think now would be a good time to take a quick 5-minute break.
Yeah.
That would give, hopefully, Mauron will have enough time to quiet his familiar.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm taking him out. He's being a complete and utter dick. I'll be
Yeah,
right
it's all right.
back.
We'll go 5-minute
We're
break.
taking a break, mate.
We've been going for over an hour and a half anyway. Quick break, get some hydration, get some drinks. Yeah, I'll put some like nice soothing background music on, and I will deafen myself to the players for the now, so you can still hear everything. We'll be back in 5 minutes. So yeah, go grab a drink, use the bathroom, and definitely be back before time's up.
Or Maggard.
And with that, I am back. We are all back. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
We are back now, guys. Okay, so let me zoom out on this a little bit so we can see the whole town. So far, you're walking through town. People are like staring at you and shit. There seems to be like people starting to gather in the town square now as they see you coming into town. They're just kind of, I mean, you have to go through there, so people are just kind of waiting for you. There's a lot of murmuring, a lot of
I
questioning.
mean, I don't know how rural communities work, but I assume you've all got jobs to do.
Well, we've...
That's more to the others. That's quite light. I am as best as I can smiling, so it isn't. I'm not deliberately giving fuck off vibes. That's very much a. I can understand you do have questions. However, the mine has been found predominantly by the rock seekers, and I point at Nundro, and I deliberately don't point at, but I can imagine that they're seeing that the others are carrying a dwarf or a figure with us. There are other matters of delicate nature that need to be dealt with first before questions can be answered. Needless to say that the individual that many thought was a risk in this area is no longer one. I know the town is in uproar at the moment after the betrayal of Hob and Wester.
Would it be worth maybe
And
calling
although-
a town meeting or something so you can tell everyone this instead of just the three of us?
I thought you said we're being followed by a bunch of people.
Oh yeah, no, there are. But if you're just talking at that kind of level, the people are kind of nearest you can hear. But there's a lot going on. There's people like there's hustle and bustle going on today for real.
I mean, I could write a note and stick it on the wall. I don't care. We're going to talk to some relevant people, and if they decide that it needs to be people in this town who are respected more than a bunch of stragglers such as us who've just come in, hopefully between us and them, you'll get some answers.
Right. Okay then. I'll go spread it as much as I can, and then he like
Wait, what? Spread what?
the guy that you were talking to runs off.
This was rhetorical.
Can I call out to him and just say, "Wait, come back here"?
No, don't.
I'm
not.
He's gone.
Oh,
Oh shit!
bloody hell! Right, okay. Point of call, Nandro. We need you and your brother to be reunited, and we need to assist you with that. Secondly, I need to get some religious instruction of my own for reasons, and no, don't worry, no one's gonna be hurt. And then, yeah, you're right. It seems like people have decided that we need to be involved in what happens to this town.
They are a small community. They're probably just grasping onto us because we're the first thing they can actually trust in a while.
You'll notice very much so that there, as you approach the town square, there is a large gathering of people, and there is a female voice shouting above them all.
I've got to guess of one of two.
There is Lenen is standing on the raised portion of the town green, basically calling out to everybody that now is the time to stand up and take the town back. We've got so much work to do. Huh?
That will be my answer to the question. Take the town back.
Oh, okay.
If we can hear, I will shout back from who.
From the people that have oppressed us for so long. The people that you've cleared out. We need to make sure that we choose someone to lead this town that can no longer bow to these kind of people.
I mean, I think you have taken your home back, haven't you?
Well, we
Just
haven't
decide what
elected
you
a
do with it
leader yet.
next.
That's the whole point. I'm saying, right now, I am taking command of this town.
I turn to Maron and go, point proved.
Yes, she does seem rather eager.
The crowd doesn't seem
If you
too
excuse
displeased
me.
with it. There's a lot of cheers going on.
Yes, I think we reconvene. I think someone possibly should speak to Edelmath. Someone should speak to Gondren and keep forgetting Sildar, and see if the Knights have a say in this, or the Order have a say in this, or a desire on this. I'm not saying Linen isn't involved. I'm just saying there needs to be balances, and at the moment she's just being the loudest.
Well,
So
you
what,
can
you
go
want
and
to
do
do
that,
this?
and I've got a barrel to get ready.
Okay. So we're splitting the party, but we are back in town.
You are in town.
I'm heading to Sister Galil's house. I don't know what others are doing, but I think we reconvene and decide if we want to help in their decision making.
Okay,
Or
Nundro is
take the
currently
money and
holding
run.
the body of his brother, hoping for
Yeah,
some help carrying
I
it
imagine
somewhere.
Caliban's with him. Caliban's with him.
Okay, that'll do.
Is there a graveyard in this town that we know of?
There is not. There was mention once before that they tend to burn their dead here.
Oh, fuck that.
He did mention taking it back to the mountains, Caliban.
Oh, right, okay, if that's what he wants to do, then that's fine.
But if you want to do some rites or something before they go.
As you approach, obviously there are people listening to Lenen, but people are still stopping to stare at you, and there's definitely some sad faces. They recognise the Rockseeker brother. Well, brothers, technically. It's all a little bit sad.
Toby has suggested we should go find other people. Would you like to go find Edelmath, or would you like to stay here?
I suppose I could go find him. Presuming he'll be at his auction.
I imagine someone's keeping an eye on the goblin.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
Oh yeah, want me to bring Dupe as well?
Aye.
You would say that. I just think there are a number of players in this town who have all got a vested interest, and we need to make sure that if we, not just that we benefit from this town, because that is massively selfish, but for this town to prosper and for us to benefit from it as well, they need to work together. We don't need to remove one tyrant and place it with another, because that's just going to be hard work. We'll have to be back here every 5 minutes keeping an eye on who's cheating who. If we manage to create some form of equilibrium where they are reliant on each other, the Rockseekers with the mine, if Barthen's provisions work predominantly with them, that the line shield coster is at the end of the production line, so they still get their cut, but they're reliant on Barthen's and the Rockseekers working. Caliban, can I get another 500 from party and funds?
Yeah.
So I will heft out the pouch from the 1,500 that we previously had, that we put on the table that we were talking about for the dragon thing, because he didn't give you yours, did he? And then, that 2 grand gold, and go. And if we get an alchemist who works out of Barthen's as well, then, Lion Shield Costa is a big player, but they won't be the only one. And I think that's what we kind of need to ensure, that they need each other, that no one thinks that they're more important, because that's how you get another.
I do understand where you're coming from, but what you've got to see first is the human aspect of this. Tap him on the shoulder and then move forward and shout out, Linen, we need to talk first.
The whole square kind of drops silent. Linen crosses her arms. Oh, what is it you think we've got to talk about exactly?
I think that this dwarf, and I'll point over to the dead fallen dwarf,
Yeah.
from your power play for at least 15 minutes. He died trying to protect the Spellforge from the Black Spider, trying to protect this town. Some honoring.
She looks a little bit embarrassed. Or kind of looks down a little bit. Yes, of course.
To go find his brother. Perhaps meet us wherever Nundro. Yes. And Caliban, of course.
If you're looking to say blessings and for people to pay their respects, I should step aside and we should use the town green. It's the most open place. Yes, you're right. This is what we need to focus on. She bows slightly and actually steps away from the green.
I nod at Mauron and I will quietly depart from the group but head towards Sister Galileo's house.
Then look over at Mia and say, now would be the time to fetch him. And I'll start heading over towards the town green.
Yep. I'll head over towards the orchard.
Okie dokie. Has anyone gone to get... Or is it, Tobias, are you going to get Gundren and Sildar? I thought
Me?
So. Who's going to get Gundren and Sildar?
Be honest.
No one thought to go get his brother. Okay.
Cool.
Alright, in that case, I'll start with Mia, because Mia's the only one I know who's actually going somewhere.
No, I said I'm going to Sister Galileo's house.
Oh yeah, okay. I'll come to you afterwards then.
Yeah.
Mia, as you approach the orchard, you can hear a faint singing in Elvish coming from the trees just to the right of the house. Or over around this kind of area.
Okay, I shall go and investigate the odd singing.
Yep, it's not very far. It's not very deep into the trees. It's only a couple of in, and you can see Idamath up in the trees, picking apples, dropping them into a basket. Pretty relaxed.
Okay. Is Dupe with him at all?
Doesn't seem to be.
I would imagine I would have heard Dupe by now.
Yeah.
If he was.
Yeah, you would have. He's definitely not there at the moment.
Right, okay. So I'll walk up to Idamath and kind of clear my throat and go, hello.
Oh, Mia, you've returned. That's you've much quicker than I was actually expecting. How did it...
Well, we had a Caliban.
Well, fair. He climbs down the ladder. And did you make it there okay? Did you find it? What happened? What's going on?
Well, it was interesting to say the least. We found the cave okay. It was huge. I can't believe how big it was. Yeah, we found the spell forge.
Sorry.
God damn it, Mauron!
Mauron whispers even from across the land.
Phrasing is on the wind. Okay, yeah.
God damn it, I can't remember where I was now.
Big deep cavern. Huge cavern.
The huge cavern. Yeah.
Engorged.
You're not helping, Toby.
Okay. That's fantastic to hear.
Yeah.
What of the spell forge? What of the one seeking it?
Oh, the black spider. Yeah, he's dead. Very much so. We actually ran into an old friend. These air quotation marks there. An old friend from a previous journey that Malron and Toby and I went on. Have you heard of a god called, is it Loth?
Ah, I believe you're speaking of Lolth?
Loth. Yes.
Yes. Her name is quite well known.
Yeah, well, she turned up.
The god herself?
So, that was fun.
The fact that you are standing here is, well, a surprise, if I'm entirely honest.
It's a surprise to us as well. It was, she seemed to enjoy toying with us rather than actually doing anything. So, that's why we're still here.
I
But
see.
because of us surviving, I suppose, the Wave Echo Cave, that we are kind of in this mess anyway. We're trying to get the townsfolk together to come up with a plan for the future of Phandelver, and we're trying to get everyone together. So, if you have a minute, it would be most appreciated if you could come down to the town green.
I will gather anyone I find on my way and bring them. But first, as long as he hasn't already destroyed my cellar, I will go and bring Duke. He picks up the bucket of apples and begins heading towards his house.
Okay, and I'll head back to and everyone else.
Okie dokie. You might want to refresh your Discord too. You're coming through very robotic.
Yeah.
Oh, am I? Okay, sorry. BRB.
Okie dokie. Tobias, let's go for you.
I will politely knock on the good sister's door.
Hello.
Well,
Can you hear me?
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Oh.
I can hear folks. I can hear
Oh,
people.
yeah, sorry, it was just I said something. I expected Sean to respond, and you went, hello? And I'm like, oh.
Sorry.
So, yeah, I knock on the good sister's door.
There's a pause. There's some shuffling at a nearby window. You can literally hear sighing as the door is unlocked.
Missed you too.
Well, it is good to see you back so quickly, Tobias.
Such a pious woman shouldn't tell such lies. Matter of interest. We have returned from the Wave Echo Cave. I open up my satchel so she can look quite nicely inside it. The spider is dealt with.
She does peek in and sees the head and recoils slightly.
But not as much as just a nun would.
No.
And we're now secretly, well, not so secretly, we're trying to avoid particular members of your town staging a coup and becoming the new head of it. Instead, we're trying to get them to work in an equilibrium sort of way so that they all need each other to prevent a repeat of the townmaster. You like meddling in things, don't you, sister?
She smiles. Well, it's my primary duty with my order, yes. That's exactly what we do.
So, with this in mind, at the moment it does appear we have handed a number of cards to Mistress Greywind of the Lionshield Costa, with getting some of her various shipments back to her, providing her the location of a downed green dragon, and basically making her feel a bit big for her britches. We're hoping to establish the Rock Seekers as the provisional owners of the mine, on the grounds that one of them died to get there. And my thoughts was that if we can get them to set up a provisional working arrangement with Bartons, it prevents Mistress Greywind from thinking that she runs this town on her own.
I can understand the people's desire for her to be in power, and I can understand her desire to seize it, but I think you are correct. Her alone, this town would not thrive. It would it would bolster her own earnings more than anything.
And I'm not saying in any way, shape or form she's going to turn out to be another Harbin Wester. However, if we can avoid such things, isn't it with the church's remit to make interested parties see an enlightened cooperative way that can benefit their entire community?
Well, if you've managed to free the Spellforge, this community is going to grow exponentially in the time to come.
Yes, and that's why I don't want a single person thinking they are the big I am around here. Not us, not Mistress Greywind, even though one of them died to do it, not even the Rock Seekers, nor yourself, nor the Order, nor the Lord's Alliance. I can see the benefits in a lot of these things together, but I've seen enough people who think power is for one person and one person alone. And I don't think this town would benefit from that struggle. I think it would benefit with cooperation. And I imagine that you are used to getting people's cooperation.
Something that I'm exponentially good at. It is definitely... I would not want any mediocre power, but I'm usually more of an influencer.
Oh, by all means, play Grand Viziris in the background. But as I say, as long as we make sure that a lot of these people... This isn't about making any of them undervalued. It's not about actually taking power from any of them.
You seek to
making sure that the
council of
checks and
some
balances for each other. Yes, that was my thoughts.
It's a good plan. If you can get the different powers agreeing in this town, then I think the town will benefit.
I believe that Caliban is looking to lay to rest, or at least pay some respect for the fallen Rockseeker brother. And then I believe that there is a discussion about having a meeting on the town green around these matters. I would imagine that your calming influence would be considered a benefit.
I shall be there.
I said that with a straight face as well. Marvelous. Do you still have house guests?
Yes, they're inside. Do you wish me to bring them with me?
Can I just speak to the lady of the house quickly?
She bows her head, moves out of the way, and calls inside for the alchemist to come out. Who does, quite happily.
Whose name we've all forgotten, which is why we use different terms.
We have used many different terms for her, as I've forgotten her name.
You're the alchemist, I'm saying lady of the house. We're clearly all trying to
because
not...
it rhymes with widow.
Myrna! Yes, Myrna Drendra. Yes, Myrna. Myrna comes to the door.
Sorry to bother you. It appears that there's going to be a meeting on the town green in a short time for the discussion of how this town is going to move forward with regard to a number of things that happened. Obviously, the Red Brands have gone. I imagine you're aware that it turned out that the Town Master was corrupt and he is also no longer with us. And some external threats have been dealt with. I was hoping that you could join this discussion. And if you're wondering why on earth one of your sort, yourself, a mother and a housewife should do such, I'm thinking of you less as that. And based on the discussion we had earlier, I would like, by the end of the day, that you, myself and our associates, have drawn up that proposal to get you back in the alchemy business.
That was
2,000, 2,000, you said.
2,000 would... Yes, that 2,000 would have us set up, potentially with our own building even.
Then yes, when that meeting occurs, Sister Garrel is going, I would like you to go. I would like you to go with the assumption in mind that that is going to happen. And I'll even show her the purse. I'm not showing this to mock you, but I know that you want this to be an honest business decision, so I'm not just going to hand this over on the doorstep and say, oh look, you're an alchemist now. We'll do this properly, but we will see right by you if you see right by us, and I see no reason in this instance to not approach that discussion with the assumption that we're going to be doing that.
Absolutely fair. It would need to be ratified by the Town Master anyway, and since we currently don't have one...
Yes, indeed.
Absolutely.
Hence why, if they are having a hope to do this, but I hope that would lend a little weight to your voice in those discussions based on that matter. That you're not simply a mother, not that isn't an important task, but that you also have a pivotal role to play in the future of the village.
Well, thank
we'll
you.
speak again. And from that, I'll nod at her and step away from the building. And that was me.
Okay. She looks absolutely pleased as she closes the door. You can hear her literally running inside, and there's noises of clear joy inside as she goes to find her children and explain what's going on. Mauron, what are you up to?
While we're walking to the green, I nod over to Caliban and just say over to him, "You've got this, right?" And I kind of signal over to the dwarf carrying his brother.
Caliban, you got this? Blaine. Oh, Blaine's thing is lighting up green, but I can't hear him.
Oh,
I can hear him. He may need to refresh, SJ.
I'll refresh it. This is me refreshing. And I'm back! I literally could just see
Can you hear
Blaine's
me
thing.
now?
Part of the right is kicking a little dog.
No, it's not. So, part of the rite of Dimethorn is a few little bits involved. And there's a song that I have to create. But it's not a song that's sung. It's
That
a song
sounds...
that's carved into his coffin.
Yes, well, that does sound genuinely hilarious. I'll leave it up to you then.
Well-
I walk away from the dwarves.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right.
I'd like to tap Linen on the arm. Sorry for troubling you there. I didn't mean to destabilize what you were doing. It's just done first, if you know what I mean.
Yes, no, I understand. I didn't want to seem cold.
You had no idea that he fell in the mine. Or had realized, so I just had to call attention to it quickly. I just didn't want you to think I was trying to hurt your claim at all.
Well, to be honest, I believe that the town will decide that I am the right person to be in charge anyway, so we will take our time to grieve, and then I'll do what I need to do.
To grieve, I'm going to head over to the inn now, if that's okay with you, and get the other members of the Lord's Alliance, including Tharden's brother.
Understood. The Rockseeker and Hallwinter should both be here.
Indeed. And I will take my leave from there to go fetch him.
Okay. So,
I
Caliban.
didn't expect we'd make such a call, but she's an utter
No.
bitch.
Well, while everyone was doing their thing, I would have probably gone to Gundren, but more to just drop his dead brother off in the room with his brother.
Yeah, no,
not as cold as that is. And then I would have gone to the woodworker, if we know there is a woodworker. Even though I know there's one on the map.
You can ask them. They will literally be able to tell you there is a woodworker here.
Cool.
Yeah, and you are absolutely welcome to go to the woodworker, who not only has coffins ready, but has them in multiple sizes too.
Excellent.
It's been
Aww.
well, to be fair, there've been a lot of dead red brands and shit turning up in town lately, so he's being prepared. So yes, he has. There will be a coffin there that's basically perfect size.
Excellent. I will. Friend, can I buy a coffin for me, please? I don't know how you go about this casually. I've never bought a coffin before.
I'm very. There's an old man kind of turns around, adjusts his glasses slightly. Oh, I'm very sorry for your loss, Mr.
So I'm Caliban. It's for one of my kin, as in a kin as a dwarf, not a kin as my brother.
Ah,
But if the story's irrelevant to my needs to you right now. But I'd like to buy a coffin. That's it.
Caliban's so awkward, and I love it. Well, yeah, no. I have several dwarf-sized coffins. Which one would be something you'd suit, and where would you like me to have it delivered? When would you like to have it delivered?
Well, just a standard wooden coffin is fine. With a decent thickness on the lid, because it needs to have something carved into it.
Ah, yes, there are several dwarven rites that include this. That can be done. When do you need it by?
I mean, as soon as possible, like now.
Oh,
Just a coffin. I'll be the one that's doing the carving in the dwarven runes.
Oh, okay. Yes. Sure. I have some in the back. He knocks on the door that separates the front of the store to the storage area in the back. There's another lad that comes out. He's relatively young, looks about 19, quite strong. We need a coffin about this man's size would be best. Could you bring one out right now? Yes. He needs it apparently immediately.
Could you have it just put over at the town green and make sure nobody touches it?
Yeah. Okay. All right. The guy goes
I'm
in back.
sorry, this sounds so amazing. We need a coffin for roughly the size of this guy here.
Yeah, he comes back out with a coffin. It's slightly taller than you are, quite a little bit wider, but it looks like it would fit Tharden no problem.
Okay.
He kind of lifts it up onto his shoulders and gets walking.
Wicked. On my way back, I will try and find some type of small stones that could be braided into a beard. 3 specifically.
You've done your research. Yeah, I mean, this town, it's a mining town. Finding bits of stone, not a problem at all.
Right.
So you absolutely can find some that can be slightly carved to make beard beads.
Yeah, well, they're big enough that they can put like a rune on them and not break, while be braided into a beard.
Yeah, that seems to be a
single
fine.
rune, not multiple.
Yep, that's fine. You managed to find 3 of these, no problem.
And I think I'll give him my armor, I'll give him my weapon. Done the song. That's it, done. Then I'll head back to the inn.
Okay.
Oh, actually, what? I'll need a tool to do the carving. That'll be awkward, wouldn't it? A man doesn't show up with the tools.
That is fair.
Oh wait, I've got some. That's fine. I've got some tools. Don't worry about it.
I was going to say, you were just doing a woodworker's. If you wanted woodworking tools, being in the woodwork, that's fine. You managed to find them. It's not difficult to find.
How much would you like me to pay for all of this?
Oh, 30 gold should cover it.
30 gold. I'll pay him 30 gold. From my own money, not the pilot.
Cool. He takes it quite happy. A voice says from the sky.
And then I'll head back to the inn.
Okay. And Maron, you were heading back to the inn before that, while he was doing his thing. So,
Yeah.
that conversation was awkward, so it would have taken a bit longer. You go into the Stonehill Inn, and as you head upstairs to Sildar's room, you find Sildar, Gundren, and Nundro all in there, and Tharden is lying on the bed. They're kind of like his body. It looks a lot neater and a lot more put together than it was when you saw it last. Only a few minutes ago. It seems they've cleaned it up a bit.
All been told then.
Yes, we have been made aware. Thank you. You brought him back.
Oh.
I'll leave you to your grief. And I just back the fuck out of there and I'm going to the green.
I love it. He's like, I need to go get these people. Oh shit, there's emotions happening. Abort! Just rush away.
Eject.
Yeah. Caliban, as you're kind of heading to the inn, you come across Maron walking in the opposite direction. But you'll also notice, pretty much all of you at this point, that the town square and the green area are starting to fill with people. Apparently the people you've asked already have started doing their jobs and started spreading the information.
Did... Shit, what was his name? It was Tharden, right?
Yes.
The dead dwarf. Was he just wearing clothes, or did he actually have armor on?
No, he was just wearing clothes. They were preparing for a mining operation, not a fight.
Okay,
And
in that case...
He was strangely barefoot when you brought him back to town.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah, awkward. I will go to my room in the inn and doff my armor and just put on my normal clothes, my normal Hammers of Moradin attire as well. But bring the armor with me, and then I'll go and see the Rockseekers.
Absolutely fair.
I think that takes like 10 minutes to doff my armor by myself.
Yeah, fair enough. Is anyone else doing anything in particular, or are we okay to go ahead with his talk, the Rockseekers?
No, I get this impression that the rest of us, having spoken to other parties, they're looking confused when Malron comes back alone from one of his visits, and he'll just go, emotion, it's too much. We're all basically holding fire until, Caliban has centre stage.
Okay. So there's a lot of people in the town square, coming up, congratulating you, asking for the tale to be told, things like that, regular kind of things.
I will politely but bluntly point out that, sorry, we're waiting for a funeral first.
But gossip in a small rural town. Okay.
No, but I will politely but bluntly say we're waiting for a funeral first.
Guys, seriously, respect. No, but we want to... Yeah, that's fair. Caliban, you walk into the room to find Nundro is actually holding up quite well. Gundren is a sobbing mess. His beard stained with tears. Sildar is kind of stood absolutely silently, just right next to the door frame. He's not even in the main room when you find them.
As I come in, then I will bow respectfully to see if they notice me, or make sure they notice me, and then say, if you're ready, I can start the ritual now in the green.
He'd like that. That's a... Thank you, Caliban. He's like really choking it back.
No bother, friend.
Gundren kind of, still sobbing, kind of puts his hand under his brother, lifts the top end up. Nundro takes the feet, and they kind of hoist him up onto their shoulders. Sildar has moved to help them, but they kind of wave him away.
Yep, that's fine.
And yeah, they walk him down.
As we go out of the tavern, I will go to the innkeeper and just say, have you got a bowl and a cloth with some water in it, please?
Oh shit! I've got to switch to Irish. Aye, lad. We can here. I can provide you anything you want. He brings out quite a large bowl of water, some cloth. Is there anything else you need? What do you?
Is there anyone in the inn at this point, or have they all gone out?
There's a few stragglers basically downing their drinks before heading out. So they go out in drips and drabs. Most of them are gone now.
No, that's it. That's it, friend. Thank you. I'll take that. Oh, actually, one thing I did forget is my maul from that Gundren would have had on him, unless he's wearing it on his back or something. If it's in his room, I'll go and grab that.
That's fair. Yeah, no, it'll be set in his room.
Okay, that's fine. And then I will head out after I've got everything. Assuming I can carry it. I'm not sure how.
Oh yeah, no, not a problem. Yeah, no, not a problem. When you come back out of the inn, the town square and the green itself are pretty full of people. But seeing you, they kind of... A lot of people seem to be assuming that you're, a lost brother that they didn't know about, so they're kind of letting you pass.
Yeah, I would be paying attention. If anyone tries to interrupt his path, I will kind of politely run interference.
People are pretty much... people have gotten quite solemn since Gundren and Nundro came out with the body. And they're basically walking along through this path. And then there is obviously Caliban following them in the back. Quite sad.
And then I assume we get to the coffin, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. The coffin's set out in the town green, right in the centre, at the top of the kind of mound.
Cool. Is the lid still on?
Yes,
Is it relatively flat?
it is
As in,
very.
could I put the body on top? Well, could they put the body on top of it?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Is that a yes? Sorry, I didn't hear that. Hello?
Yes, it's absolutely flat. Very easy to put
Oh,
the body
right.
down on top of.
Let me just disconnect and reconnect before it gets.
Oh yeah, because deep shit's on the way. Oh, him again.
I've returned.
Yay! Welcome back.
Right. So, could you, Rock Seekers, would you mind placing your brother's body on top of the lid, please?
They carry him over and gently lower his body down onto the top of the coffin.
And I'll pass each of them one of the rocks I found. And I'll say to them, if you could just put your clan's symbol on that, and something that, a single symbol that would resemble Tharden for me.
They both set to work carving. You can see the clan symbol is pretty obvious, and then there's a what appears to be a pair of crossed pickaxes that they've carved to mark their brother.
I will then begin to wash the body and derobe it.
Okay, everyone's a bit weirded out.
Derobe it. Then wash it.
I am deliberate. I'm going to pay attention to the crowd.
Everyone kind of. No,
as long as everyone's a bit weirded out but quiet, that's fine.
They're kind of it's a solemn. They all kind of look away slightly as he's cleaning the body.
If anyone starts to get a little bit giggly, I'm going to head to that point in the crowd. And I don't mean kids, because kids could be a pain in the arse at funerals. At the best time, I mean, if there's any adults that are clearly being gits.
No, they're all. Even the children have all there's a kind of sense that. Yeah, there's a grave sense here. Pardon the pun. Okay, Mauron, that's going to be interesting.
After I have finished washing the body, I'll get the third stone out and carve in the mark of the Mythoin in it.
Yep, that's fair.
And then begin to braid that one into his beard, and then ask the brothers to do the same with theirs.
Fair enough. They help you. It's obviously a common thing for dwarves. They braid the beard pretty nice.
And then I'll get my suit of wait, what do I have? Scale mail, right? I can't remember. Splint mail. Get my suit of splint mail and say, could you help me put this on your brother, please?
They both look rather shocked and. Why would you do that?
Because you always bury a dwarf armored and ready.
Gundren basically breaks down, tears are rolling. He's not even hiding it. Gives you a quick hug, and then does help you strap on the armor.
And then once I've done
I quietly go stand by Mauron. We are paying him back out of party funds, no objection.
Mauron's like, nope.
And then I'll say, could you lift up your brother, please? And once I've lifted him up, I will take off the lid.
Mauron, you
And
know
then
your
ask them.
thaumaturgy?
Yeah. No, I don't.
Mauron, are you planning on that have you activated that yet?
Waiting for him to actually speak, and I'm going to activate it as soon as he starts to speak to the crowd.
Address
Oh,
the crowd.
you're waiting for it for the big thing. You're not just being a dick and making his words randomly
Oh,
appear in
yeah,
the
no, I'm
loudly.
not fucking with it.
Can you
please?
No, I didn't mean it. That's too loud.
I was just Caliban's quietly whispering, and then suddenly she's like, yeah, we've got to do this.
Quiet whispers.
And then we've got to put him in the coffin. Yeah. Okay, so you move the coffin.
No,
You
I'm
take
going
him
to be
off.
helping. I'm not fucking.
Okay, and then I'll lift up the lid and ask them to place him inside the coffin.
Yeah, they obviously do that. Not a problem. And at this point, Gundren whispers, quite embarrassed, Do you have a spare weapon?
I do, and I'll pass him my hammer of the hammers.
Oh yeah.
Put on there, and ask them to give him that.
Although Nundro doesn't seem to realise what it is, Gundren seems to recognise the significance. And he kind of looks at you for a long moment before slowly placing it in the coffin.
And at that point, I will turn around to address the crowd.
Spell activates.
And I will say to the crowd, if anybody would like to say or sacrifice anything to this dwarf, now is your time. I am about to place the burial song on top of his tomb's lid. Nobody shall read or sing this out loud ever. And then I'll turn around and get to the lid and start carving away.
I will.
Yeah, go ahead.
I am going to walk up to the coffin, keeping a distance between myself and Caliban to an extent. I am going to reach to the side of my belt and my original rapier, the one that has my family crest emblazoned on the hilt. I kind of will jam into the ground next to the coffin, nod at Caliban and walk away. So it's the non-magical one, but it's my family one. Yeah.
That's fair.
Do you want me to send you what I'm writing? The song, it says in preface. Or should I
Sure,
put it
if
in
you
the
wanna.
comments?
You just put it in there.
Yeah.
Put it in there, yeah.
Wow, that is not tiny.
The night
That
is
in
black,
Dwarven,
the
obviously,
sky
rather than
is
common.
blotted out. Damn, we have left the halls of our fathers. Until he has returned to the Maker, the light becomes dark, the night and again night, the day with sorrow tomorrow. For Tharden has returned to the Maker. The old ones have passed away, their homes and the stones far off below. Their spirits are labouring free. Where are their spirits labouring? Only the rocks know, or the passing wind. And Tharden has returned to the Maker. Are they below, the old ones? Are they here? Do they labour warm by his forge? Do they see our offering? Tomorrow is naked and empty, for Tharden has gone. He is no longer seated with us at our fire. Damn, that's deep.
Boom. I have no idea how long that's going to take me to carve out because it's not in common, it's Dwarven.
Well, it's going to be in Dwarven runes, but
Yeah.
you've done this before. Like this is not your first rodeo. It does take some time, but it's a good amount of time. You're taking about 20 minutes, half an hour to get it properly right. But people are during this time coming and paying their respects. There are a few. They know none of them come like massively close to the coffin, but a few of them speak to Gundren or Nundro quietly. They they just kind of bow their heads, say a few words. And a lot of them are actually coming up to Mauron, Mia, and Tobias, thanking them for everything. You know, they'd heard a lot, and they were really grateful that you managed to bring his body home, etc.
And then once I'm done with the carving, I'll take out one of the diamonds out of the pack and put it in the coffin with him. And
Awesome.
then everything that's been placed outside of the coffin, I'll put that inside as well, and then put the lid back on.
Oh, what? So any sacrifices go in there with him?
Yep.
Cool.
Awesome.
Put everything in the coffin. I'll walk over and hand him the spider staff.
Well. Gundren kind of takes it from you, and then he looks a bit conflicted. It's
Why don't you snap it and then put it in there? Let his gods know that he went after having been avenged.
now that I can get behind. He snaps it over his knee and places
I mean,
one piece of it either side of his brother's body.
I kind of whisper in Caliban's ear. I take it the skull is not a good sacrifice.
Probably not. No.
Okay, and then I step back.
I'll go back over to the brothers and just tell it that's it. It's done. It's up to you where you want to have the body moved to.
We've already asked Toblin if we can put it in the inn in my room for now. We've got a cart coming. We're gonna take him back to our father's tombs, have him interred in there, and then we'll come back to deal with the mine.
Excellent. On your travels, you make sure nobody sings that song, right? You read it in your head.
Aye, and then it'll be sealed in stone when we get there.
Aye.
Hearing that last bit they said about the cart, or are you talking in Dwarvish for all of this?
No, I'm speaking in common.
No, come in.
I will quickly jog towards Barthen's Provisions to find out if the cart's been ordered through them, or if there is anyone actually at Barthen's Provisions at this time.
Barthen himself, you can see in not far from you in the crowd.
Oh, in fact, then I'll go over to him and say that the Rockseekers are not to cast aspersions, but if they ordered the cart through him.
Ordered is the wrong word. I've granted it to them for this purpose. I wouldn't have payment given.
Well, how many people do you have in your employ who are, for want of a better word, kicking around at the moment?
Sorry, say that again.
I'm wondering whether an honor guard would be.
I believe that it is Sildar's plan to go with them, with Gundren fully healed and Sildar back to his full recovered state. I don't think they'd encounter much in the way of issues.
Okay, how far is the travel?
I entirely am unsure. They said I wouldn't see my cart for a good 7 days at least.
Okay, how much would a wagon for those number of days be?
I would only usually charge about 3 a day.
I'm going to reach into mine funds, give him 50, and state there'll be times that they'll want to travel on the cart, but there'll other times that they probably won't do. If you can provide a wagon and a driver for their period of time.
That's appreciated. Anything that helps us get back off the ground again. It'll be done.
It's as much for them as anything else. I know they want to spend time with their brother. There'll also be times that they want to have a moment's quiet, and this way they can do that. And yeah, I walk away. I'm not going to advise the Gundrens that the Rockseekers that have done that. It's just, yeah, when they go to collect the cart, hopefully there'll be a wagon and a driver for them as well. A coach and a driver, sorry.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. Okie dokie. What's the plan now? You've got most of the town gathered here. The Rockseeker brothers have carried the coffin off back towards the inn. Sildar stayed out here with you.
Is anyone looking like they're going to start making suggestions or...
Linen might be walking towards the green again.
I nudge Tobias.
Is the sister Galel about?
She is. She stood with Myrna and her children. They've all come out here now.
I meant the priestess, because they're not her kids, are they?
No, but I'm saying she stood with Myrna and the two kids.
Oh, sorry, I missed that bit in the middle.
Yeah, sorry. She's got the family stood with her basically.
Okay. What was that? Who's got a ZX Spectrum with them?
That was weird.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like.
Goddamn robot aliens.
I mean, I plugged in my iPad. I don't know if that would have done it.
Oh yeah, it might have been the connection thing with the wires. Yeah. That was so weird though.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. It was just like, what the hell? We're getting a transmission from somewhere.
We've all been uploaded to the Matrix.
But yeah, sister.
Greetings from outer space.
Basically, everyone apart from the Rockseeker brothers are out here, including Lenen's out here, Barthen's out here, Darren Math is stood nearby. Dupe is stood there also. Dupe is very well disguised. Dupe essentially looks like a long-nosed child. His skin has even been kind of painted, somewhat.
Genius.
There is definitely some kind of
yeah.
enchantment going on there. But everyone you know, including the
Just
woman
to
who used to run
clarify.
the sleeping giant.
Just before the break, we gave the map back to the Rockseekers, didn't we? Because that's when the dog decided that the dog wanted to be involved in the game more.
Yes.
So yeah, we don't have the map. That's in the hands of the Rockseekers. Fantastic. So is Mistress Greywind looking like she's about to make a second appeal for?
Yeah,
Right,
she's
so
she's
then-
definitely heading that way. She is definitely heading over towards the green.
I'm not gonna try and stop her yet, because I am gonna sidle across to the sister and surreptitiously state. So, I ask one whose apparent expertise this is, and I point to Mistress Greywind. Do we let her have her say first, or what would you advise?
I think that it's worth letting her begin and seeing if she makes any good points. I don't think it would hurt to let her speak and then potentially interject. Everyone seemed to stop and listen to you earlier, after all.
Rather idiots, but there we go. But agreed, if as outsiders, if we try to overspeak before she even makes a comment, that will just look like that doesn't win anybody over. And yeah, I'm going to pointedly be looking at Mrs. Greywind, stood talking to the local priestess, and just smile at Mrs. Greywind, and as she walks up towards the plateau.
That's fair. Mia, Darren Idamath has walked over and stood next to you in all of this.
Okay.
He kind of bows his head slightly. Dupe's quite excited. He kind of pulls on your sleeve and then hugs your leg.
I look down at it and I pat his head and say, "How are you, Dupe?"
He looks up at Darren and then up at you. Dupe was told Dupe must be quiet. Dupe was told that his voice is really obvious.
It's really obvious when you talk really loudly, but if you talk quietly, I think we can get away with it.
I was actually hoping to talk to you a little bit further, Mia, Darren says. Obviously not Dupe.
I was going to say, Dupe, that's a really good accent. May I ask what about?
Have you ever considered joining a guild?
Sorry.
You went all roboty. Hello?
What about what guild? Sorry,
Well,
you cut out again.
That's okay.
Fair, you both did.
Yeah, that's bad. Are we okay now? Are you hearing us alright?
Yeah.
I'm hearing fine.
Okay.
Well, it's me. I'll refresh.
I'll refresh too.
Let's all refresh Discord. That's everyone back, I think.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
And I can hear
Hi.
everyone now.
Yeah, everyone sounds good.
Hey.
Well, I was rather hoping, Mia, to potentially suggest that you join the Order of the Gauntlet.
Oh. Don't really know what to say about that. To be, I know.
Well, we are consistently looking out for people who...
Just waiting out.
Well, we are constantly looking for people who are full of honour and virtue to help us and help protect people, essentially. Out of your party, I had also considered Tobias, but something about him strikes me as a little more subtle and a little less overt in as we operate. As such, I would like to offer this position to you, potentially, Mia, to investigate the guild.
Sorry, was that to investigate the guild or
To join.
investigate
To join. He wants you to join. Straight up to join the order
right,
that he used to be part of.
Oh, is he not a member anymore then?
Well, he doesn't really adventure anymore, so he would still be a member, but he doesn't really do the things anymore.
Oh, so his membership lapsed. That's.
I mean, kinda.
He didn't pay his dues, damn it. Right. Okay. Do I need to write this minute or?
No, absolutely not. I just thought before the town erupts into chaos again, I would grab you for a few moments so that you can consider it.
Yeah, that would be appreciated. Thank you.
He bows his head.
Some time to mull.
Absolutely, I would not rush such a decision. And about the point that happens, Linen is basically back up on the green again. We have suffered a serious loss again. We keep suffering losses. And yet, we have been given hope as well. These adventurers have come and removed all of the rot that was holding this town back. We can rebuild. We can be stronger now. We need to move forward. She starts getting quite loud again, quite emotional. There's a lot of upset people in the town square that are kind of almost rallying to this.
So far, no bullshit. So
it is at this point that I will strongly suggest that as we move forward, this town needs to be under better leadership. The town master was awful. We need someone else to take his position.
Wait, as she says, better leadership. I, grabbing a glass as if I have been drinking, will kind of rally cries with her. Sorry, hang on 2 seconds. Fuck. I had a term and now screw it. I'll have to skip it because I can't remember what I was going to say. My mind has gone completely blank.
That's all right. There is no rush.
Ignore me, Sean.
Okay. We need to join together, move forward, and I believe that I am the right person to stand at the forefront of this movement. The Lion Shield Costa has stood as a beacon in this town. Business grows every day, and now that our trade routes are open again, we will grow faster. Money put into the Lion Shield Costa ends up going back into the economy of this town. And there aren't that many other businesses in town doing as well.
Toby.
Didn't hear any of that, Aaron.
No, no, he was basically nudging me and saying, "Open my gob."
Dude.
My man went completely blank. Sorry. I got completely distracted with stuff here for 2 seconds. Can I retcon ever so slightly with what I was going to say?
Sure, if you've remembered it, yeah, absolutely.
My brain did just go out of my ear for 2 seconds.
That's okay,
When
we
she
all have that.
talking about a strong leadership, I kind of want to raise my glass and talk about, yes, a unified leadership. No longer should this town be under the power of one individual who knows better than the others. Your last town master treated you as if subservient, but you have so many strengths to call upon, like the Line Shield, and I'll point out, I'll basically give her first kudos.
She bows slightly.
Like the Rock Seekers, who have the map to the Wave Echo Cave. Like your Order of... And I will basically... I'm not going to list off the entire town, but it's almost pointing out the strengths, and it was kind of like... You have amongst you wise members who have settled down here for peace and prosperity, who bring with them the wisdom and the knowledge of places such as the Order, and point towards what's his face. You have members of the Ever thingamabob.
Oh, Edomath, yeah.
Oh,
Edomath.
Yeah.
Edomath. You have people such as Gundren and his associates from the Order of the Lord's Alliance, who see this as a place of prosperity, that see this as a place of growth. She is correct. Prosperity needs to happen, and I believe in a unified fashion, all of you can make this happen.
There is a lot of applause. Sildar and Darren and the sister Garahel are all grinning, like ear to ear grinning. Sildar's kind of fist closed, banging on his armor. Linen's looking... She's controlling herself very well, but her face is very...
You should all
tight.
Be proud of what you have done here, what you've brought here. That the wagons and that the hard-working people, from Barthen's Provisions, through the hospitality that we've seen at the Stonehill Inn, that we were strangers and yet you have treated us like family. The Lion Shield Cluster, again, the strength of arms that it is bringing and prosperity. I think, though, this is the time not... Sadly, your previous official was corrupt and thought only of himself. Now is a time for all of you to grow with the strength of each other and benefit from the wisdom that you all would bring to make this town home for you and generations to come.
Well,
Can I roll an insight check to see how Greywind is doing with all of this?
yeah, by all means. The town's doing really well with this, by the way. Like, those... Very, very much inspiration. The whole town is going nuts. Mauron, she seems absolutely happy and fine. Everything's good.
I, on the other hand, am going to tilt my hand like a puppy that doesn't know he's done wrong and take a look at her myself.
And roll a nat 20. Yeah.
She's not
pissed,
particularly
yo.
pleased with me, is she?
She
yeah,
is
no,
so
good.
pissed off.
Wow, I can't believe you managed to convince Greywind as well. I say to Toby.
Oh, believe me, I am locking my bedroom door in the inn this evening. But yeah, it's kind of... I will then, as a I'm unfortunately going to use her as a poster child for this. Gonna run up to the family that stood next to the sister and go, as first part of this, me and my associates are sponsoring that the expertise that was once a part of... I forgot the name of the town now.
Phandelver.
Where was the other village that we raided?
Oh,
Thunder
Thunder Tree.
Of Thunder Tree. Yeah. that the expertise that once graced Thunder Tree then comes here as we sponsor this marvellous individual to pursue her passion and her knowledge of alchemy and herbalism to bring even more prosperity to this town. May her voice be raised amongst that of all of you in ensuring that between you, you can make this town the best that it could be. I'm trying to avoid make this town great again. Because A, it never fucking was in the first place, and B, that statement is tainted for all eternity.
Yeah,
Yes, it's
sadly.
basically, yes, that between all of you, you can raise your combined voices and your combined strengths for the benefit of all of you.
Again, like raucous applause, everyone absolutely cheering. And then like lone voice, like there's literally a call at the back. Why don't you lead the town?
We're but strangers. We're new to here. We came here at the call of the Rock Seekers on personal matters. And yes, we have fallen in love with this place. And yes, we want to see it good, do well. And yes, we would like a hand in it. But I know that amongst myself and our colleagues, we have other paths that we will want to walk. And yes, we'd love to come back here and stay. But this village needs a strong leadership, a combined leadership from people who are here day in and day out and see the problems. They don't need a town master that sits behind a locked door and counting his money, but nor does it need a bunch of individuals who will spend many days on the road. Your strength is from within. We can assist you, marvellous. But this town's strength is in its people.
They seem to pretty much agree with that. There's a lot of like there's quiet, like almost contemplation there for a minute, and then cheers again. Who would you suggest? What's happening here? Look, people are getting confused now. There are a few voices of dissent, mainly because people are scared and confused.
We are not suggesting we have a solution right here, right this second. I am saying that you have a number of figures to aspire to and look to amongst your people. You have leaders in commerce. And I will point to Mr. Scrowin first, but I will also point to Barthen. You have figures of wisdom who will bring both order and knowledge that this town can prosper with, and for that it'll be Edamarth, Dildar, and the sister. And you will have expertise in new areas and new commerce and new ventures such as the mines, and point in the direction that the Rockseekers went, and then point at our to-be alchemist. I think between them, these people have the strength and the knowledge. No one person should rule you. A town should rule itself. A council.
Mauron clears his throat. Suggesting democracy rather than one single ruler.
I'm suggesting a council. That there are a number of people here that know how they can steer the town. And I do not believe any of them to be wrong. But I believe that a city of people who have a number of strong leaders can prosper just as well, and they can balance each other for the betterment of all within this place. And as we saw, the last town master, when left unbalanced, did ill to those that he was supposed to look after. You need strong leaders who will look after you, but also ensure the strength of the town and a unity of the town by keeping each other in check for the betterment of you all.
Linen doesn't look very happy. Everyone else looks ecstatic. There's people like the people around the ones you identified and showed are shaking their hands, congratulating them. And it very much seems like people are agreeing with you and ready to do this.
I take it she's wearing a shit-eating grin and still accepting the ones from people near her. But at the same time going, yeah.
Yeah, essentially. And we're going to have to call it there. It is 3 minutes past 11.
Oh.
Dun dun.
We're going to have one more session of this. At least one more session of this. There may be some other things that come up. I had a thing planned and ready, and yeah, we might get
Next
on
week
to
is
that.
Mrs. Greywind's trying to assassinate.
But yes, so yeah, that was deep. This is going to be interesting, definitely. And
Got a bit emotional.
yeah, there was a bit of emotion going on there. But yeah, we'll see how it goes next week. We'll pick it up again at 8 o'clock next week, because there are some other potential things that could happen. Not that I've got plans. Also, I may have plans for a Christmas session. But yeah,
Fair enough.
we'll see how this goes.
Okay.
But yeah, okay. But yes, thank you everyone. I hope you've enjoyed yourselves party. I hope you've had a good night.
Nice.
Good, yeah.
There's been some things that have happened tonight that I certainly wasn't expecting, to be honest, but that was really good. I really enjoyed it. Everyone at home, I hope you enjoyed it as well. Yeah, there's going to be some stuff definitely next week. I'm hoping the week after, which will be the first week of December, to do a bit of a Christmassy themed one. Bit of an aside, but we'll see how that goes. And well, yeah, hopefully that'll be this called. But I'm hoping that everyone in this party is happy to continue on to a main campaign after this.
I would be up for that.
Indeed.
Sounds like fun.
And obviously, when we finish this completely, there'll be a break while I set up the new campaign and everything. But in that time, you can choose to keep these characters or create new characters. It's up to you. But either way, you'll start at level 5. And with that, I'm gonna say good night, everybody. Good night, everyone at home. This is Clockwork SJ signing off for tonight. But I will be back on Thursday at 9.
And everyone who wanted to sub should sub now. Sub now. Sub now. Everyone who wanted to sub now.
Subtle Blaine. Love you. Take care, everyone. Have a good night. Thank you, Becca, for the bits.